Go Juneteenth on these motherfuckers.
You may have heard it already. Juneteenth. That was yesterday. Okay, it is June 20th right now, Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in, Beans and Rice audience, on our road to 200. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. It is free. We don't charge you a thing.
Yet,
not yet. Yeah, my love don't cost a thing. J-Lo, kick that bitch to the curb. Okay, we're gonna eventually charge you for something. This can't be free all fucking time.
Yeah, but share it to a friend. Come on, we need 20 more people. Get a couple friends. You think so?
Yeah, of course. If you have any, hopefully you do. You could be our friends, but you're not our friends if you don't become friends with other people to then share with those friends.
Yeah.
So
we can be friends with benefits. Social benefits.
Social benefits.
The social experience, not social security. Okay, some of you guys they have social security. Some of these idiots.
Some of them do not have social security.
Glauco has to go to El Salvador all the time. Come on, Glauco.
For salvation.
He has a Salvadorian Security Institute, Yeah. He's a security guard over there.
He applied for WIC down there, or tried to. Yo quiero WIC. What the fuck is WIC?
You got tattoos?
Yeah. Oh, man. They thought WIC was, Wiccans. Brujeria.
Oh, you're so sick, wicked,
Yeah. Wick like a candle.
Dude, do you think that Wiccans, like the witches, because now, dude, you see a Wiccan, they're like, oh, I'm a Wiccan,
They love being Wiccans.
They have their Subaru Forester that's got like a pumpkin. I love Salem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the back, what else does they have? Like another Hocus Pocus. It has like Hocus Pocus ho. It says it on the back, Like
and it's just because the other three letters fell off.
Yeah,
but
I'm a hoe for Hocus, something like that. Pocahontas, what is that?
Honk if you like Hocus,
Pocahontas.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Oh, that's cool, huh?
That sounds even more racist.
Sounds
like a white person impersonating Pocahontas.
That's like
Pocahontas.
No, that's like when they try to summon a spell, they go to the Indian graveyard. They're like, Pocahontas, They're trying to get the Indians to haunt them.
Oh, yeah.
You ever get a hoke to haunt you, hoes, or no?
Not yet, maybe. When I think of Wiccan, though, and this is serious, like when I've, stumbled upon, we stumbled upon some Wiccan.
Some of that energy, the dark energy.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I really do think this. This is not me frowning upon them. I just automatically, it's like, you like being fisted. They love being fisted.
Oh, and they got nice jugs. Have you noticed? All the Wiccans,
they usually do have really nice jugs. They could be dirty and gross, but their jugs are nice.
Yeah.
But I'm dead serious, Alice. Like, I see a Wiccan when they, are about being Wiccan. Like, you can tell they're into it. First of all, they do have a different look in their eyes.
Yeah.
They're too crazy for me. Like, I can't deal with the dark arts like that. But I honestly feel all of them love being fisted. I don't know why I think that. Maybe in another episode we can explain.
And that they cut themselves still,
Yeah.
Actually, you might be right about that.
About the fisting?
Yeah.
Have you met
I
a
have
couple
been
Wiccans?
with a Wiccan, and she definitely did like being fisted.
Yeah, you threw a spell in her cauldron, you think so, huh?
Fucking power! I haven't done that. I don't know
You
if I
fisted
ever...
somebody else?
I have.
Oh, and how do you do it? Because I've wanted
It's
to
called
always
domestic
fist someone.
violence.
Oh, that kind of fist.
Yeah.
Manifest.
Manifest destiny. That was her name. Okay.
What did you give her? The left hook, the right hook? He terminated her, right?
Sarah Connor in this bitch.
So how do you do it? Do you ease it with a couple of fingers, or how do you get the whole fist in there? Dude, because that was when I was young. One of the first, once I started getting into,
the JOJs.
pornography and stuff like that, I used to love watching videos of chicks getting fisted.
What?
That was my thing. I thought it was so hot. I just watched fisting videos. But how did you do it? I was like, do you go in
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously we slowly start, finger, then two, then, everything starts getting wet, and then we'll 3, 4, and then before you know it, the hole's loose. And
You said you dated this chick?
Kinda.
Was it in prison?
No.
Okay.
It was not in prison.
So she's free and roaming around?
She is free and roaming around.
She's pretty hot?
She's cute. She's cute.
So you got the whole fist, and then what happens?
The whole fist, and she just...
Do you just leave it there, or do you move it?
I move it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I move it.
Does that not hurt her cervix, or do you not touch the cervix?
I don't know. I mean,
She doesn't know what a cervix is. I don't think so. She thought that was a grocery store. I'm gonna go to the cervix.
It's it feels kind of like a bone at the very back of the pelvis. Like if you go
Like-
deep enough,
Like when you eat the chicken, you know, rotisserie chicken,
Yeah.
and you see the back of the chicken when you stick
Yeah.
your
like
hand
it's
in it?
like a bar that goes like you could literally feel it. So but I hear it's very sensitive. So like some women, it hurts them a lot.
Oh, maybe.
So,
I mean, maybe it hurt.
I
him.
only, I mean, if you didn't feel it, then you probably didn't touch her
I mean,
cervix.
And you didn't feel awkward? Like,
No, not during the whole motion of it. No.
yeah.
Did you? And do you think it was hot or no?
I mean, I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Fair
I don't know. I think I don't know how I would feel about it. Now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, do you just like leave it there? Like, what am I doing? You think about it. you know?
Driving stick.
Maybe when we told Alice when to do a hot dog and she started doing that, maybe she was thinking about that day, you know?
You're like a baboon, like that won't let go of the thing in the hole.
But I was gonna ask, like, if you guys don't think like, so now Wiccans they do that, you know what I mean? Hocus pocus, fist us, you know what I mean? They say stuff like that. They put it on their car.
Yeah.
They always have like the weird eyeshadow. You think that they're for Black Power? You know what I mean?
They disguise
What is
it by
the Wiccan
fistula,
thing?
you know? They say fistula. And it's a black fist not because of BLM. It's a black fist
Yeah.
because of coagulated blood.
But you know how they do the eyeshadow like that, like a raven? They do it like that, and it goes down like this. Like,
Yeah.
kind of like Kiss, you know? They do the spikes, but now it's not black. Now they do like a blue or like a purple
Or like a neon green.
yeah. Or they do the one that goes up. you know?
fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell. Okay. It is Pride Month.
I'm a fairy.
Twink if you want me.
You know? So they're like that, and then they got pearls. You know, sometimes they wear pearls, or they got those stones. You know,
They
like,
love pearl necklaces
you know,
too. You know?
they got some of those. And then they got they always got their Palo Santo.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they got that stuff, and
They
then
ride the Palo Santo too.
and then they always got like the shirts. It's like the shirts that you only get like at a, I want to say like an adult store, but it's like where do they even buy their shirts? 'Cause there's not Walmart.
No,
It's almost like they get somehow they still have access to Kmart shirts and they wear those shirts.
it'd be whatever
like a blue one or a black one.
whatever the Kmart version of Hot Topic is. That's
Exactly,
Like,
that's
don't-
what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the Kmart version of Hot Topic
Yeah.
is, but whatever that is, that's where they get their
Because
shirt.
they got like the weird wife beater sometimes. Have you seen?
And they don't wear bras very often.
Yeah.
They just free the nipple, but under the shirt.
And then-
I'm not wrong about that either, huh?
You know.
I've worked with so many Wiccans that I've observed these. The only one I couldn't really confirm is the fisting, but has now been proven because of my powers.
And then they got like the makeup like all the way down their neck, but then it stops at the end of their tank top, and you can tell they're so much whiter. You know, it's
It's
like
very-
two different
yeah.
colors. Like this
It's
one's
ve-
like ultra pale, and then this one's like a little bit more normal one. You know?
Yeah.
Or this would be like
And it's
completely
oddly
different color.
attractive.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's like you melt on here, but I like the painted on face, you know. But I was wondering, like,
It looked
do
like they fell face first into like a batch of flour.
just
Yeah. But they never dusted themselves off.
But I was wondering if you think the Wiccans back then, the real witches, if they were like that, you know what I mean? If they thought they were so cool.
Are you talking about like the 1700s?
Yeah.
Oh, those witches were just women that could do math, you know? So men were like, you can do math? No, you got to be a witch. They would burn her
Oh.
because they couldn't, they couldn't do math back then or read, you know? She's
So
like,
how can this woman read?
like, that says delicatessen. Fucking witch, little 13-year-old girl. Burn her at the stake.
Damn, dude.
That's my opinion. Like, just smart women in the 1700s were considered witches.
Oh man, and people think that Jesus
And
was
now,
cool. You know what I mean? Come on.
ironically, Wiccans now are, maybe not that bright.
Oh, that is true, huh?
Because they can't read, but they could read the stars. I can read your vibe, your spirit.
So, but back then, what could they do then if they could only read? So they literally just did that.
could burn out
and
the
they
cross.
had cats, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I did see that. You guys know that supposedly, like a lot of people thought they were also had powers because during the Black Plague, like a lot of the witches weren't dying. The people they thought were witches because they had cats. So the cats would, they
chased
wouldn't
away
be
the mice, so they wouldn't have
so
the
mice
bubonic
weren't
plague.
or down. So they'd be like, oh, how are they surviving the plague? Just because they had cats.
See? So with lonely women, it pays off to have cats.
You will
okay?
survive, you know what I
Forget
mean?
your mans. I know you want it. You cry yourself at night all the time. Don't worry. You have cats. You're gonna avoid the next bubonic plague.
Oh yeah, the booster. You think the Wiccans they got their COVID shots? Probably not. You think so?
They saw it in the stars beforehand.
Dude, how
They saw
trauma
the bats flying.
how traumatized must the Wiccans have been that like
While they're eating panda.
Well, they're so how traumatized must they been that they're like so progressive, right? But they're anti-vaccinators, you know?
Well, they're so progressive. They progress to a place where they don't even need vaccines.
And
You could argue that you're that
is true,
progressive, you know? Like, when people are like, oh, if you're anti-vax, you're non-progressive.
So what are you
No, you're
ta-
so progressive, you don't need the vaccine.
It's like, what kind of vaccine did you get beyond the vaccine?
I got the
impossible
to infinity
vaccine.
and beyond. I got that Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, somebody that's posted on one of my Instagrams, like, oh, I'm looking for any local psychics. I'm like, come on, dude, get a hobby. You know what I mean? Some people, could you imagine, like, what must be going in a person's mind to like publicly ask your friends if they know a local psychic? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You know, I was gonna give her Atlanticus Botanicus freaking number, but she can't afford him. You know?
She can't afford it.
You think she could afford it?
I don't think so. $3.99. She's in debt. She doesn't have QuickBooks. She needs to get her checkbook balance.
What kind of advice do you think a local psychic could give you? Let's be honest. You know,
Like a local one.
Do we even
like
have
what's the
psychics here?
difference from an international psychic to a local
What mercado versus, you know,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
that's different.
versus who? Freaking
I don't know. I mean, a
Cleo?
local, we have to make one up. What?
Cleo?
Cleo the psychic?
Cleo?
Cleo the psychic.
I mean, Hobby's kind of a psychic, right? With this fucking book.
A little bit, yeah. But he like channels it only. The book is his orb. You know, like without the book, no power.
Or maybe we could say a divorced XLDS lady. You know what I mean? She's kind of psychic, you think so? Or she wouldn't be psychic?
Well, they're hairdressers.
Oh, yeah.
But ironically, also like to get fisted. But
And dude, and somehow they're good at weaves. You're like, what? All your friends are white.
there's
you know?
yeah. They got the tattoo right up under the eye, yeah, right on the cheekbone.
what?
I'm like, oh man,
I'll get you a weave. I used to do hair for the Disney princesses, you know?
I've never done time, honey, but I know how to make a shiv. Why? Why do you know how to make a shiv?
I know how to roll corn, you know?
I got the best cornbread recipe.
Come on, man. These freaking ladies, you know?
That's why they're good at funeral potatoes, because all their friends have been murdered in jail.
Oh my gosh.
They can't wait to
Those are her friends, okay?
They've
That's
had
what
so-
the associate.
They've had so many experience cooking funeral potatoes, you know? They're the best.
And they have to make them for colored folk. The colored folk aren't going to deal with lightly seasoned stuff.
They're just waiting for their friends to die so they can post. I'm going to be bringing my famous funeral potatoes to David's funeral.
R.I.P. David. Enjoy the potatoes.
They got the teardrops, you know, and then they have their funeral potatoes next to David in the casket. Just
'Cause he would have wanted something to throw some in his little pocket of his suit.
he loves my funeral potato.
Could you imagine? Okay,
This is how I got invited to the cookout.
the funeral.
The cookout's not even a thing. You just either invited or you're not. But
He got cremated. That's what you called it, a cookout.
we
David's cookout.
We rendered the fat.
David's final cookout. Put him in the oven.
She thought grill marks was the cast for his teeth.
And he was Jewish. You
Yeah,
know?
ironically
You know?
What was
Could you
his name?
imagine David? Could you imagine being
David
a mortician
Cohen.
and it's like religion, you know, it says Jew. Like, I can't do this, guy. There's
Yeah.
too much pressure for the morgue guy. You know, he's like, I don't want him to get canceled. This man. Let's say Larry the Winter Soldier, you know, he's Jewish, you know.
Yeah.
Let's say we take him to the morgue, you know, and you know, God forbid, you know, but in 800 years, Larry, okay, because he's Jewish, you know, he's gonna live that long. So we take him, and then the guy, you know, it has a sex name, Larry the Winter Soldier, you know, and then it says, you know, whatever gender, whatever male, and then it says what's it say, religion, or does it say race? Probably, right?
Religion and race.
And then we put Jewish.
Yeah.
And then the guy, he only has a numb, and what do you think?
He only has a what?
Like, to put him in the oven to turn him into ashes, how do you think that would feel like?
For him?
Not for Larry, he's obviously dead. I'm talking about for
That's what I was clarifying.
for the mortician.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I think
you think they have to make a special phone call to get like a permit so it's not racist?
I would think so. You would have to get some sort of like approval by a rabbi. Like a rabbi would have to come and do it for him. Yeah. Or at least bless him for it.
Well, but I was gonna ask, so we got talking about Jews, but I was talking about, so it's like you already pay for the casket, it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
But one thing that I didn't think about is like, how much do you pay for the final suit? Would you rather have a nice suit or a nice casket? You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Because it's like the casket is like, bruh, but then they open up your suit and it's like one of those, like it's like the suit that has like the shirt sewn onto it with the tie sewn onto it as well. Like a one piece, you know?
Yeah.
And same with the pants. It's like a jumper.
It's a suit you got on Wish.
It's like the suits that they would give you for, remember when you would take the graduation pictures? And it was like, you just stick your hands to this thing and it looks like you're professionally dressed.
Yeah.
They put that on dead people, you know? It's like a Velcro thing. So would you rather get a nice suit or a nice, super nice coffin?
Maybe just a nice suit, you know?
Yeah.
God gave me style. God gave me grace. I'm going to leave this world that way.
Like, what would be your suit? You pick a black one or you want to have a cool one? A butterscotch Puerto Rican, you know?
Butterscotch, butter pecan,
You know?
pistachio tie.
Oh,
yeah.
so
Oh
like
my
a yellowish with the green tie?
Yeah. Just to accent my caramel color.
And then what about your shoes? You got some nice fucking shoes on.
Maybe like ox blood colored shoes,
Yeah?
you know? Yeah.
With real blood, you're dyed in your own blood.
Or like a chestnut colored shoes.
Yeah.
Oxfords. Or double monk strap, you know? Shout out to the Christians.
To the Shaolins, I thought you were going to say to the whole monks.
The Christians. Forget the Dalai Lama. I don't want to make out with kids.
You don't want to lick his tongue?
I don't want to kiss kids.
What about you, Alice? What would you want? You want a nicer coffin? Or, like, let's say somebody's unburying you, you know? It's like, man, look at this coffin. Somebody's going to... Like the King Tut, you know? They don't show the inside of him. He looks like an idiot, you know? But do they show the coffin? Come on, man.
Yeah, King Tut was just anorexic. I mean,
Yeah.
based on his mummification process.
So I've always told my mom that if I died, that I just want like a sheet over me, because you know, naked I came into the world. You know. What I mean?
Okay.
But I guess I would have a nice coffin if I'm just gonna lay naked or
Okay.
with a sheet over me.
Oh. But it would have to be a nice sheet. And the inside of the coffin, what would it be? A different color or all white?
I think it'd be just all white.
Really? Because then when they open it, it's going to be all nasty and a different color.
Well,
you
why
know?
are they gonna open my coffin?
If somebody finds
He's talking
it.
about grave diggers.
Yeah.
Why?
In the future,
Why?
who knows? You know, you're popular. People want to see eyes. You think so?
Well, suddenly
It could be a
Nice.
Wiccan.
they want to
looking-
get fisted.
fisted by a skeleton.
So you wouldn't pick like a different color in the inside? You would just pick all white?
Yeah, I'd probably just do all white.
fisted by a dead by a skeleton who you claim looks like an esqueleto, you know, which means skeleton in Spanish.
Esqueleto.
That's a triple skeleton.
Entendre.
Fisting, you know, yeah.
Scalantra. You think so? Hyundai
Elantra.
Scalantra.
Yeah.
I think I would pick probably. I think I would go with the suit too, Hoss.
Yeah.
I would get the worst coffin. You know what I mean? I would get one
Just a couple planks.
just to
put
throw people
together.
off at my funeral. You know? It's like the party would be cool, right? It's like there's like, dude, it's like the biggest party's the biggest venue.
Yeah.
They have it at the Capitol, over there. You know? They have a giant picture of me. You know? Is they thought the prophet died or something. You know?
It looks like the Hunger Games when President Snow's like
Yeah.
up on the projector. Yeah.
You know, it's like that. But then it's like, okay, they put me in the nice, like it's gonna be a Ford Fusion limo.
Oh, yeah. That's that would be a nice limo.
You know? And they do the vehicular slalom, you know what I mean? It takes so fucking long, you know? To get one slalom.
If I'm not dead yet, I'm at the front doing the slalom with them.
But you're out, you're like the captain. So we're gonna put on top of the limo, we're gonna put like a steering wheel for the ships, right? You're gonna be
Okay, okay.
outside of the
So is
on
this like
top
the Pope
of the
car?
sunroof.
Is this kind
No,
of like
he's
the
just gonna
Pope
be
car?
outside of the sunroof, and on top of the roof, there's just gonna be what are those called? Like a handlebar for boats, you know?
Okay.
And Host is gonna be steering it, but the actual driver down there is gonna be driving.
Of course.
Yours
yeah.
is just for, you know?
Mine's for show.
Yeah. So everybody's going there, you know? So everybody's, you know, oh man, it looks like the nicest funeral. Like
Nice.
they open whatever box they put me in, you know? They open the back of the trunk or whatever, and then my coffin is just like a plywood, you know?
I'm kind of jealous. Or particle
And it has
board, you know?
it's like
Yeah.
APA. You know how it's like branded? It's like APA.
And so it costs $200 and
it'll
you're
say,
never
like-
getting it back.
Like window disaster cleanup, it still has like the brands and stuff on it. But then, and it's like the hinges is just like door hinges, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you made it for me.
I would make such a nice one. We'd have to have Hobby make it for you. Mine would be way nicer.
With my
than that.
sander.
So you wouldn't even have a casket.
That's why it would be all plywood. Was. And then they open it in my suit, you know, just, oh man, I look like John Wick, you know what I mean? But I'm John Ick, you know? Just freaking John Wiccan. Actually,
John Wick
you know?
if he lost in every movie. Yeah. He just keeps getting murdered.
But yeah, you know, that would be for Wiccans. You think so, Us?
Of course,
Something like that.
Wiccans. Are you still in contact with this Wiccan?
I am. Well, kinda.
Hmm.
Yes and no.
Maybe we should interview them.
Through your dreams or something like that? Through the afterlife? Through the spirit?
No. I mean, they're still here.
Yeah?
I just haven't talked to them for a minute.
See, it's not she's
5
very brainwashed.
years.
Did you hear her?
5 years.
But I'm sure if I were to call her up, she'd be like, "Oh my God, yes."
You haven't called her in a civil rights sign, you know? That's how long it's been.
You just see her like in the distance. You know what I mean? Both of them are going like this. A black person walks by. He's like, "You motherfuckers ain't black." You know, it's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, man.
Like my sister.
I'm an ally. And her name's Allie.
Alice. You know what I mean? Alice Ally.
Not her, but the other one.
Oh. Do people ever tell you that, Alice? Like, oh, you can't spell Alice without ally. People don't tell you that?
No.
Like, will you be my ally? People don't say that?
No.
No?
No.
You can't spell Alice without lice.
No, they don't
That
say that
either. Huh? But Alice, you never had lice, did you?
I think I did when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I thought I did, but like there was a moment when I was in 3rd grade where I was a little bit of a hypochondriac. You know, so like a kid did.
Oh, when
a
you
kid,
freak out that you're gonna have it.
That some kid like comes in sick or they threw up because of some lunch they ate, and I'm like, I ate the same lunch, I'm gonna throw up. But it never happened, thankfully.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's what we had a kid that he got lice, and that's what happened to me too at school, Mount View Elementary. Shout out to the Golden Eagles, okay? But we had this kid, his name was Sebastian, you know? And his dad, he was actually like a bus driver. But it wasn't like the UTA, it was like one of those like Wendover buses, so he was always gone.
Yeah.
But his dad, he would always let him wear one of his like bus driver jackets. So it was like Sebastian was like, dude, he was probably like 3'5" or something. Like he wasn't, you know, we were like in 3rd grade, so he was like pretty short.
Yeah.
This like white kid, just a buzz cut, and he would always like try to walk all gangster, you know. And then once his dad gave him his leather jacket from the bus, oh man, he felt like he was like running the station. You know?
I bet he did.
He walked in like the whole school was his station, you know. And that thing sunk like bus, you know, like cigarettes, bums,
Of course.
Ew.
just like Greyhound, but the ghetto
Sweat.
version, yeah. And he would just walk in, and it's like,
He thought he was the man.
yeah, and people are actually just staying away from him, not because he was hard, it's because he stunk
He
so
just-
bad. You know? Freaking Sebastian. But he thought he had all the power, you know? And one time me and Sebastian got in a fight, and we were like buddies after. So we were like, hey, we're cool, right? Because we didn't hit each other that much. But
Sure.
I remember Sebastian walks back into class, and he puts on his fucking dad's jacket again. Right? He puts it on after we go to the office. Because first he's like, a man, Sebastian, he had like, you know, because you would only see his father, like, when he would get home, his father, what does he do? He takes his jacket off, right?
Yeah.
So we go into the principal's office. What does Sebastian do? The principal's gonna talk to us. Sebastian grabs his big old jacket, you know? It's as tall as him almost, you know? The jacket went down to his ankles.
It was like a graduation robe.
Oh, and it was a heavy jacket, you know? It was a real leather. Back when you could kill animals, back in the 90s. And the principal's gonna talk to us. Oh, Sebastian takes the jacket, and he would set it on the desk and stare at the principal. He's like, I heard you want to talk to me. You know? So the principal's like, you know, we're not going to suspend you, Mr. Erlocker. He's like, I'm not going to lock you up. You don't have a good day, Mr. Sebastian. You know? And then I leave. And then we go back to our class, and, you know, I go first. You know, Sebastian, he's slower because he's got the heavy-ass jacket on, you know? So it's taking him like 3 extra minutes to get to the classroom.
Of course.
And our teacher, Miss Bingham, was her name, you know? And she kind of looked like old Wiccan. She had like curly hair, a long nose, and kind of like a bun right here like that. And she would always wear dresses, you know? And big jumpsuit, now that I remember.
Well, she could fit a whole 3rd grader inside her then, you know?
You thought somebody was hiding in her, you know?
Yeah.
But she's like...
She could smuggle a 3rd grader out the school.
But she hated Sebastian's jacket so much because he stunk so bad. When she saw, like, she sees me, you know? And she's like... She liked me, you know. She's like, "Oh, get into class," I'll say, and then I'm starting to get into class, and then I can see Sebastian starts coming into the horizon, you know, because he was like 3 minutes behind me because his jacket's so big, so he's walking like this, you know, and she's like, "Oh, fuck Sebastian," and she's like. She tells Sebastian, you know, Sebastian, she's like, why do you always gotta walk like you're the cockiest man on the planet? I hate that you do that. He's like, just walk like a normal boy. And let him go into the class. But she was so mad that Sebastian getting in trouble, you know?
Dude, I like when teachers get mad about one thing. So this was 3rd grade. It was Mrs. Bagley. She was a very wide lady.
She had the bags, huh?
Yeah, not the good ones, okay?
It was just one bag. Bagley.
But she had sandbags that used to be like stress balls, but they just dropped.
Bag mom.
But she had the reputation of, like, if you cross her, then she's the worst, but she was super nice otherwise, right? So she's older. I can't even remember what book she was reading to us, but she was like, we were reading a book, and I remember this kid, he was the first actual like white trash friend I ended up making, because he had like a mullet. Even my mom made it. Just like, you're gonna go be friends with that kid with the ugly ass haircut. Like,
they're so judgmental. Latino parents.
Oh, very.
No te juntes con el feo. Mira su pelo.
But they were like the kind, like his parents were always like, his name Joshua Cameron. I remember him. His parents were like always offered food, even though like you could tell they were poor. That was probably like their last meal. They're offering it to me, just like this like just brown kid. Anyways, so he's typical white trash where their English isn't very polished, and Mrs. Bagley was like a major in English, so she was what they called a grammar Nazi. And he asked a question about the book, and he goes, "But ain't him too small for that?" And she goes, "What'd you say, Joshua?" And he goes, "Ain't him too small for that?" And she said, and this is true. Back in the day, like when I was in the 3rd grade, ain't wasn't recognized as a proper word. Yeah, that was like an improper.
That would be
English.
like ain't the word. They would always tell you. Dude, I forgot about that house.
Yeah, so she goes, "What'd you say?" And he goes, "Ain't him too small for that?" She goes, "Joshua, ain't is not a word. It's not in the dictionary. I have a Webster's dictionary in the back. If you want to keep using that, I'm going to have you write reports out of the dictionary all day." And he goes, "Well, what's the word if it ain't?" So she had him go grab a dictionary.
Threat neutralize.
And so was his education, quite frankly. That was just like, I don't know why that memory sticks out. But like
that guy sounds like he could have been Sebastian's cousin.
Like I just learned English a couple years before, and I knew ain't wasn't proper. And she like grilled him and he goes, "Well, what is it if it ain't?" You know, just, like I wish I would have seen that now as an adult. I would lose it. Yeah. But as a kid, oh my god, what's going on? Because the anger that came from her, I thought she was gonna like smack the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Dude, I forgot how people get triggered so much that they're like you said, grammar Nazis. Mm-hmm. Do something wrong, they're like, oh, they loose, or you know. Yeah. And ain't was what that used to be like the. Almost like the trigger word, you know what I mean? It was worse than the N word. You said ain't?
Yeah.
You know? They're like, dude, everybody would look at you like, yo.
It's like you were the racist. Yeah. Because only racist people used ain't.
You know? Yeah. Like, bro, they let you say the N word before. You know, you can say it 3 times in the dark room, you know?
Yeah. I had another teacher, this was 8th grade, Mrs. Green, English teacher. So, of course, she like majored in English. And semicolons always eluded me. I didn't know when to appropriate. Yeah, but then she explained it so well for me. She literally just said, if you have 2 different ideas, you can separate them with the semicolon. And I go, why do we need that then? We have a period. We could separate both. And she just looks at me and she goes, good question. I guess it just looks nice. And just like left it at that. But that was good enough for me. Like she was just, fuck, I don't know. It just looks good. So
too many rules. You know, come on, man.
But I liked her, but she was so strange because she was pregnant with her first kid while she was teaching us. And she would always start the class with like a crime that happened because she was obsessed with crime like most women are. And she goes, I don't understand how women can be murderers. Like you create life in your own body and you're just going to kill people. But she would always say that and it always made me uncomfortable. Yeah,
because she was probably a murderer. She was just trying to say that to...
She was, I don't know.
To not get atoned for her sins, you know?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any teachers like that or any schoolmates else that you can remember that you didn't even know how they existed? They seemed unnatural, you know, like maybe, you know, that like they were from the future, they were from a different era, you know?
Yeah. You could tell they were from a different time.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't really remember school much.
You don't?
No.
Man, or teachers, because remember you had like kids that you thought they were like in, like they had other jobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had a kid Denzel, we were in 2nd grade, like, he liked to fight and stuff like that, and then he was like bad, but then he worked at the airport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was an air traffic controller. You're like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I gotta feed my fam. Oh, it's like, dude, come on. And he was Denzel, and he was like white, dude. He was like a white Denzel. I was like, dude. But he always wore like, dressed like in a...
Wincel was his name.
His last name was with a W, though. Well, yeah, so you were close. You used your powers, Hoss. I was going to say Washburn, but I can't remember it.
Oh, well, I threw you off your memory.
But yeah, like he would always wear like he would look like Heisenberg. You know, he wears those like nice shirts with the checkers like a professor.
Yeah.
So he would go to school like that, dude, and he was like, he wouldn't care about school because he already had a job at the airport, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, why is he gonna pay attention to that dude? He already has a job at the airport. He knows how to control planes. Do you think the teacher's, 2+2?
What is he gonna tell him?
Dude, he's going like this the whole time.
He's like, I save lives. If I don't do this,
oh yeah,
300 people die. You
yeah.
know?
He was always
What
staring
do you do?
Oh, dude, he called out sick for like 4 weeks when 9/11 happened for him.
Yeah. Oh,
It hit him so hard,
I'm sure, yeah. He's like,
he knew what was happening, Yeah.
You know, what if I were there? I could have directed the hijackers to the bay,
So you would see him like later after September 11th happened. You would just see him in his desk, like he would start going like this, like it's gonna be okay. Then
I think he was the first one in the U.S. that got tatted on his cheek. Never forget. Always remember. I think he was the first one.
Yeah. And then under it was like it had a line, and it was those little batons,
Oh, I thought it was the towers.
No, that's what looked like eyeshadow.
He was ready for football.
That was the towers.
Yeah, there was no smoke.
Or what he called it, ground zero.
Because there would be three, because 3 buildings fell, guys. That's the joke. I thought you would never forget. I haven't.
Could you imagine how horrible, dude? You're in the bottom of I was gonna say the train tower, the twin tower. All that
Which
metal, whichever one do you want it. You know what I mean? And then it's like you're one of the survivors, and then
Yeah.
you're under all that rubble and debris. It's like, man, would you have rather just like, man, dude, would you rather have just gotten killed by the plane, or you're like, bro, like,
Yeah, just like end it.
you're under all this rubble, you probably are peeing on yourself, or
That, or you wish you were like a Flintstone, because like Flintstones can pick up boulders and just move them.
yeah,
Like
you're just
Barney,
like there
yeah,
with like
no, you
rocks all over you.
You can't do anything. Humans are weak when it comes to that shit.
Yeah. You're just like, dude, that's why I don't believe the guy. He's like the guy from, remember the white guy that's like, oh, he was going exploring in Utah, and he fell into that little thing. And,
and he had to cut his arm.
He had to cut his arm off.
Yeah, huh?
It's like, how do you do that? The people at the tower, they couldn't do that? Come on, what kind of people did they hire,
Well, a couple things. I don't know if they allowed knives inside the Twin Towers. Whereas the guy, if he's like a hunter or he probably does have some sort of knife.
Dude, he just had a pocket knife. He's eyeless. Like, the guy, he literally had to cut off his limb with a pocket knife.
Yeah, but that's a knife. Like, you think the guys in suits are just like, you know what? Let me... I don't know, dude. Plus they would suffocate.
But you never thought about that? Like, I always think about that. Like, after that happened, 9/11, I would think, oh, if I had to jump off the building, I would maybe grab a couple of, maybe I would grab Sebastian's jacket. You know what I mean? And then jump off with it like that. Or
I
get
plastic bags.
A mantel or something like that from a tablecloth. Or I would always try to do something like that. You know, it's like, or I would tie something and make a rope.
And then just like swing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you thought about that too, or not?
I have thought, like, dude, I watched that when I was 11.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was 11. I'm like, so as a kid, you just think of creative ways, like, oh man, it's scary, but then your imagination kicks in.
Do you do that when you go to new places? Like, every time I go to a new place, I think of like, oh, what if something
An exit
happens?
strategy.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of exit strategies. I'm like, oh, there's this trash kind of over there.
There's the exit. Here's this that I could hide behind, or this is what I could use as a weapon.
This trash can's got a broken wheel. It doubles as a weapon. Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you know how to ride a unicycle, you can get away faster.
Yeah. And then you look at the people that are like, they're morbidly obese, so they got disabilities. Like, I can throw this person on the way,
Oh, yeah.
It's like I can pull a couple kids, throw them that way.
Or just use him as a human shield. You know, you crouch behind him and move the wheelchair for him. And you just crouch slowly to safety.
Yeah. But I would do something.
Look, they didn't have to walk the whole time. However many years they've been in that chair, okay, they can be a sacrificial lamb.
We're doing them a favor. They're gonna walk in heaven.
They've been having
their body parts work in heaven.
Dude, they've been having the best parking for the past 17 years. I can get away with a human shield.
Oh yeah.
Just once, I
always want to be like, you think about being a hero like that sometimes?
Plus, they're unlikely bilingual. I am. We need my extra language.
Yeah, it's like saving 2 people for the price of 1.
I'm the better person to survive.
That mix and match, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Arby's, we got the meats, and that's a guy.
Plus, I have a need for shoes. You don't. Why are you wearing shoes?
That is true.
You're increasing the demand for shoes, which increases the price because of supply and demand. If they stopped buying shoes, and there's a lot of people in wheelchairs, the price of shoes would go down. There wouldn't be people killing each other for Jordans.
Yeah.
I solved crime right there for Jordans.
That's true.
Dude, you know what's so true about what you just said, host? Because if you notice, like, people that can't walk, right? Or they're like in those scooters or Gypsy, that have trouble like being mobile.
Yeah.
Like, they always have like the hardest attire to get on. They got like overalls, suspenders. They're wearing a tie. They're wearing a scarf. They got a belt on.
They have a life
They got
jacket.
boots.
Yeah, it's like, come
They're
on.
like, dude, how long did it take you to even get him into all those clothes to then put him into the fucking wheelchair? That was like somebody's whole fucking day, you know?
My shoelaces untied.
Yeah. And their shoes are
How did you even get that on?
like the hiking those boots, you know, they're got
Yeah,
like
they have like 20 eyelets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
they
the
go on
military
forever.
boots, fatigues,
and they're
which is ironic because you get out of breath by pushing the lever.
yeah. And their ankles get so swollen, like you literally have to unlace every single thing to get them out, you know?
Yeah, a couple
like you have to
cantaloupes
go like
in a
that
boot.
and then just
And they cantaloupe because no one's gonna marry them. You know,
Dude, actually, I think I saw her Gypsy the other day, man. She was having a hard time with the,
our Gypsy.
with the heat, you know? One
Of
these
course
days-
she's having a hard time with it. Why didn't she build an umbrella?
She was
You know?
having heat stroke, dude. She was out there. I thought I'm like, oh, I almost wanted to say hi, you know? But I was like,
She was overheating like the battery in her fucking wheelchair, carrying around 700 pounds.
oh,
Why
that
don't
was
you
like,
give her
imagine
your
being that
umbrella?
battery.
What?
Why don't you give her your umbrella?
Oh, yeah, maybe now that it's broken, I might give it her. Can you imagine you pull up with that, bro? Hey, I'll give you some shelter, you know? She would probably turn it into something, you don't think so, Huss?
Well, she literally had a recliner on her mobile chair, so she's gonna do something with an umbrella.
Oh, yeah, she might be an engineer, you know? We might have to get her on. We might have
She's
to,
running a couple experiments.
couple
and we're
bad paintings. We're making fun of
shitting
her.
on her. Yeah. Meanwhile, she's this genius,
Oh,
this
yeah.
mechanical genius.
Dude, we made some friends. See, oh, she just waited for somebody to say hi, and she's like, hey. Oh, this is a social experiment. Like you see on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a gypsy. Here's my invention of my patents. $35 million.
What's that show? What would you do? Hi, my name is Gregory Quinones. I know his last name's Quinones, but what's his first name?
Gregory, we'll call
Anthony
it Gregory.
Quinones. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What would you do? Like, and they put people in sometimes
bad, yeah.
impossible
Oh,
situations,
yeah, dude. It's
like,
like a,
Sandy Hook.
it's like a, yeah.
What are you gonna do? What do you mean? Well, you didn't do anything. What was I gonna do?
And then the principal is a baby. You're like, yo, what's going on?
Why didn't you alert the principal? Dude, the principal can't even talk. Can't even go to the bathroom by himself.
You're like, dude,
How am I
what's up with that? You know?
Yeah.
The cables disconnect, the phone lines are disconnected, you know, like something like that. That's like, or they're like, they get in the car and it's a car with it's got square wheels, you know, it's like, what kind of car is it?
Or the Boston bomber. It's like, how come you didn't smell the bomb? I'm not a bloodhound. How am I supposed to smell a bomb?
And you got a Michael Jackson nose on the thing, you know, it's like, dude, how am I supposed to, you know, why were you a hero? You know,
I don't run marathons either. How am I going to catch up to him?
or it's always like somebody's at a park bench, you know, and it's like a girl and she starts to get sexually harassed, you know. So, oh, what are you doing? You look so hot. You look so hot. And then the guy that's supposed to save her is like a senior citizen, you know. He's got,
That she could easily just murk.
what are you doing to the poor woman? You know, it's like, shut up, old man. Old man.
And she's like, she kept calling him daddy. I thought she liked it. That's a kink. A lot of women have that kink.
And the old man, he's selfish, dude. You know what I mean? Why are you trying to get into, you know? Come on, man. Well, is he selfish? Would he be selfish or no? Because, I mean, he wants to be killed. He wants the attention, huh, the old man?
Yeah.
Because by that time, you can't be a hero when you're that old.
Yeah.
Maybe he just... If you were old, would you just watch the crime, you think so, Huss?
I would watch the crime.
Yeah?
Like, you've lived your life. You made it this far. Let someone else
you
try
can
to get
enjoy
this
a
far.
fucking
Yeah.
crime. You know what I mean?
Like, you survived crime. Let someone else try and survive.
You can enjoy watching a death right before your
Dude,
eyes.
so many people are like, oh, I believe in evolution, Darwin, survival of the fittest, but
Yeah.
you can survive. I'm going to let you die, and then I'm just going to say Darwinism. You believed him, you loved him, you can die by his own rules.
It's a Wiccan that's getting killed over here.
I thought you were going to say fisted.
Well, by the guy, that's what he's going to do.
With the Thanos
park
blood,
bench.
the Infinity Stones, which happen to be 6 anal plugs. All different colors.
And the old man, he doesn't got any money because of his social security, so he's just throwing bread, a little piece of bread.
Metaphorical bread. Yeah. I'm making it rain.
That would be a good prank to dress up as old man and throw bread. You go to the strip club.
Yeah.
Like, we...
They come up, it's like, sir, you gotta go. But why? I'm throwing bread.
I thought you hoes like bread. I was breaking bread with my brothers.
I thought these big teddy sleuths loved bread. I'll be back tomorrow. Then you bring cheese, you know? Craft singles, okay? They love singles. This is cheese. I heard it in a rap song. They love cheese.
You make a craft gun with cheese.
Like, sir, you gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow. You come back, lettuce. I had a lettuce.
You got greens?
Yeah.
Your greens out there.
Like, sir, you don't understand. They want money. And it's like, oh, like dough? And they're like, yes. I go, I'll be back tomorrow. And then they have the frozen roads rolls.
Because you guys are throwing dough.
Yeah, but they're frozen. So they have welts and stuff on them now.
Knock them out.
They look like Dalmatians.
Because how dare you,
know what I mean?
let a geriatric patient who has lived all his life not enjoy some titties?
You know, maybe host, we should start making that. We should start making like a thing like fun for seniors, you know? We take out seniors to like the strip club or like the things that they would never go to, like a concert, you know what I mean?
But we have to call it the FFS because people love like alliterations, right?
So can you, what it stand for?
Fun for seniors.
Exactly, guys, if you didn't pay attention.
How do you guys lose? Okay, maybe you're a senior. You have a...
Come on, Larry.
I
okay?
can't remember.
Maybe Larry can be the first guy that we take.
Speaking of Larry, Larry got a tattoo.
Did
Oh,
it?
really?
He did.
What
Well,
was
I heard it doesn't stick good to old skin, you know, Larry, so it might not last too long.
He got the American flag.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You know, come on, Larry, let's give him a salute for Larry, the Winter Soldier. Of course, he's going to get the American
Yeah,
flag.
never
you know?
forget.
Always
remember.
remember.
He bleached red, white, and blue. You know, you
course.
cut him up, he looks like one of those popsicles.
Yeah.
If they were to peel Larry's skin, it's like those popsicles that's red, white, and blue. You know? Remember those ones?
You just start drooling. You're like, oh my God, I want a popsicle now.
You go like this, Larry. It's a real Captain America, you know. Right?
I am a patriot.
Puts his fist in your mouth. You know?
That anal fistula. You know? You think it's time to introduce some people?
Or are we on time, As? How do you think?
We are at 42 minutes.
Damn, 42
Dang
minutes.
it,
We're having a lot of
that
fun.
felt like it was 10.
You know, yeah. You know, come on. 10 fingers in there. He was going in there like this. I have thought about fisting somebody like that would be cool.
Isn't that a rock and roll band? Something about...
5 fingers?
Oh, it's 5 Finger Death Punch or some shit, right?
I think so.
Okay, I thought there was like a 10 finger. We're gonna do 10 finger.
It's a 10-figure discount. You know?
Well, that's gonna hurt.
10 finger life sock.
That'd be kind of weird.
Like a little octopus he thinks of us.
Could you clap in one?
Oh, I don't know if I would. Imagine you just...
She
you
makes it clap.
You just hear it, like, the inside you just, like, hear
It's not her
brain.
behind.
You know when you
Oh,
do, you're like,
man.
oh, man, sorry. And then,
Anal fissures.
what do? You just, like, take your hands out there
What do you mean?
politely.
Do you run? You
At least
you go to a different country
You think so?
because you've committed murder at that.
You don't throw some of that pudding in there, huh?
Do I look like
Oh,
Bill
the
Cosby? You
favorite
know?
pudding. What kind of pudding is that?
Chocolate pudding pop.
You know, ever since I got Jose's magical pudding, I've been getting away with what I want, and so can you. For only how much was?
For however much the pills cost. Okay, depends on the dealer. Depends on the
He'll mix
area.
it for you, okay?
Yeah.
Hos?
I am a mixologist.
Yes. You're feeling a little pain. You know what happens? You throw a
I'll
little...
make you go to sleep, okay? And you wake up with more pain.
Oh yeah, dude.
So you know you're alive.
You wake up next to Michael Jackson. You think so? Hos?
Whitney Houston. You know?
In the bathtub, you know, wake up there.
Yep. You can call Bobby Brown.
Oh man, could you imagine who bought the bathtub where Whitney Houston died? Wouldn't that be a cool memorabilia to have?
Some pervert
We need
would
to
have
buy
it.
it and put it in here.
We
Wasn't
can't
it?
afford it.
Didn't she die in a hotel?
Was it a hotel? Either way, she was in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Maybe should we look if they sold it, Hus? Do you think we can hit the Google really quick?
We can hit the Google real quick.
What would you think? She can research that.
Of course.
How much did Whitney's Houston's
Bathtub sell for?
bathtub? Oh man, dude, I would have. Dude, that's a discount on the casket. You just put a
Oh, yeah.
piece of wood over the casket.
Dude,
You're
the
fucking
shower
good.
curtain, you just staple it to the side of the bathtub. Why would you don't even need anything?
You know what I
else.
mean?
It's already a
We
built-in
saved you
casket.
20 grand. Come on,
Yeah.
dude.
And
you-
recycling. It's environmentally
Exactly.
safe. And
And it's not going to decompose. You think freaking
a
dude.
plastic? Come on.
Imagine somebody digs that up, Whitney Houston, then dig it up in its actual bathtub, like ceramic.
It's safer in the ground than it is in the ocean, okay? The turtles will thank you.
They'll
Actually,
pro-
the turtles would even love a bathtub. That'd be like their
it's
home
like
in
a
the
play.
ocean.
Yeah, it's like a playpen.
Yeah, it's like their sandbox.
Yeah.
There's just a black woman in it. Their Statue of Liberty. Whitney Houston famously said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
And she
And
got
look what she
neither.
got, you know. Well, she got death.
Well,
Oh no. It doesn't say.
no.
No.
Maybe look it up on eBay. You think it would be on eBay, host?
Someone probably did post like,
would accuse
you know, what if we do that? Okay, patent pending, by the way. We do like little sculptures of her
memorabilia of,
bathtub.
of where famous people died.
Yeah.
Like we can put
The
the
toilet of what's his name, Elvis Presley. Didn't he
oh
die in
yeah,
the
we
toilet?
took his final dump.
Yeah,
Or we can do the car, you know,
dude, the car would just be a
the
bunch
Tupac.
of crumbs.
No, I was talking about the Tupac one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Paul Walker.
When he
But
took
yeah,
oh, dude, the Paul Walker one. That would be a fun one to do.
yeah,
You know,
it would be a 2-piece set.
and we do it on the bonsai. You know, so
Yeah.
the bonsai stays alive. You got to
So
water
there's
it.
some sense of peace, not peace set.
Oh yeah, she did die in a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so the hotel it's probably still there.
It's probably
Yeah.
They probably just charge more in that room now.
Yeah. Can you maybe look that up? Can you visit the hotel where she died?
She died at Beverly Hilton Hotel, Suite 434.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
sure they rent that out for incredible amount of
yeah.
money.
Well, I think they probably people. It's just like they clean it up so fast.
Oh, I'm sure.
Can you imagine being the Mexican that has to clean the shower the next day? Dude, we got to find one of those Mexicans from the hotels. They probably cleaned
They
up
have
so
some
many.
crazy stories.
You know, oh, I cleaned up the Donald Trumps, or you know,
Yeah.
here we think we're fucking cool. They got all the cool stories of and they probably got hush money. They're all extortionists in the hotel business.
Of course. I think that my theory is they would clean it and they'd give them so much money they'd go back to the country they originated from, and they can just live the rest of their life with the amount of money they
Start a
gave them.
business.
Yeah.
They
My
make their own
business.
hotels over there.
Over there, yeah.
Oh, that's you know,
The all-inclusive resorts.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now we can go. You think so?
I think we
You
can
know,
do
said
either.
R.I.P. to Whitney Houston. You
Yeah,
think so?
R.I.P.
Where are we going now?
The left
We were
over
taking
here.
a moment of silence. Come on, guys. Hey, come on. Man.
I thought we had finished
It was
the
for
moment of
Juneteenth,
silence.
okay?
Yeah.
But now we can start. Maybe we're gonna start in the front with a couple of
Senoritas.
senoritas. You know, muchachitas. Some people says she's dressed like a quinceañera. You know,
Muchachinas,
today.
you know?
She's got the little dress. You
Yep.
know, but she's from a factory. You know
Yep.
what factory is she from, Alice?
Melissa.
Factory.
One half of the
Saipan
Saipan
Sisters.
And the song that plays constantly
Come
in loop
on,
at her
guys.
factory.
Karaoke
The
club.
same every time.
Sister, sister, give me the news. And it's the one and only, the beautiful, with the Pallet Town. Pallet Town,
Pallet Town, Pallet Town. And
what was it?
talk about it,
Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. She's wearing the makeup from Pirate Town. Okay? And distributing Pirate Town Palette, we got the one and only
Melissa
Wokest.
Carter.
And behind her,
Behind
you know
her.
what I mean? Somebody that's always super peaceful.
The most
He's
peaceful
in
man I
a
know.
Zen state. You haven't even seen his eyes anymore. I think he's repented so much. There's like no light inside because there's no sin in there. You know, there's no sin left in there.
Yeah, he's so peaceful.
I don't think he's been protesting lately, has he?
Yeah, he has nothing to protest about.
Yeah, you know
He lives a good life.
Yeah, but it's the one and only
Jimmy.
Jimmy Tatsumaki. Okay, then we're gonna go under Jimmy.
Under Jimmy.
You know, and dude, tone it down. My umbrella got destroyed. You know, R.I.P.
Yeah.
I don't have an umbrella anymore because we want summer, but somebody doesn't let summer get here.
Some
You
with
know
a
what I mean?
couple of firecracker popsicle forearms.
Yeah,
you know?
somebody that got a tattoo. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, imagine how hard it is tattooing a turkey. You know,
Yeah.
like all that turkey skin. You think how hard was it, dude?
Dude, the moment the pen touches, they're like, just, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to tat you.
Do you think that they had to like tape Larry's arm to like the desk?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They had to like tape it to stretch out his skin. They stretch out the skin and tape it to the table so they can actually.
But he's like having a turkey panic attack before they even get to the skin.
It's because the guy was a skinhead. How was that tattoo though? You know, got to be
He was
even
a
more
burn
scared.
victim, man. Let's have
Yeah.
some sensitivity. He had 3rd-degree burns.
But you know,
He looked like a topographical map.
Oh,
And if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to explain it
Come
to you.
on,
You
man.
can read a book.
it's the opposite of a bottom graphical maps. Okay, you freaking idiots. Okay.
Let's just say Stevie Wonder would have a novel to read on his head. It would tell a story.
What are you looking for, Alice?
Schweinsteiger's hat.
Oh, I don't know where it is, but under here we got the one and only Larry, the Winter Soldier. Okay, and on top of Larry, we got somebody else from the Mexican community, true Mexican, 100% Mexicano genes. The non-Mexican American, the Mexican American killer, the dark one, Hosbeefy.
666 La
Bestia. And to the right of Hosbeefy in real life, to the left of Hosbeefy on screen, coming in from Ponce, Puerto Rico, saludo, aparte de las bombas, the undefeated champion of the world, the pride of Puerto Rico, standing at 6'9", the butter pecan Puerto Rican, Jose Antonio
Alberto Santiago de Los Ángeles Pagan Gil
Rivera.
Let's go.
That's a really good intro. We'll go ahead. You might see some a yellow flash every once in a while on this screen, and she moves very quickly.
It's a UFO, the orbs.
It's a floating show. She defies gravity.
Oh, yeah. It's
Because
a Clefairy.
You don't even hear the splat of the baby when she cuts it out.
Oh,
Okay. She is a mobile abortionist. The other half of the
Saipan Sisters. If you ever need a
gazoo.
Like the surprise.
Okay, let me run it back. Okay, let's run it back. If you ever need
And nice and
slice,
surprise.
who do you call, host?
Nissan Hatake Abormoto.
Okay, come on, man. Ladies, stay clean, okay?
Yeah.
You want to get fisted by Alice? You want to get fisted by her, okay? Come on. She's the Edward Scissorhands of fisting,
She's got one long finger. It's called the katana.
You think Alice has a claw? She's got the claws, okay?
The clause that says she doesn't take any responsibility for bodily damage if she cuts the baby
Shout out
out.
to Santa.
Yeah. So, it's a
Santa's
business
claws.
clause. Yeah. Behind her, we see
Oh, yeah.
a beautiful little cherub of a native. Okay.
yeah.
Someone who has disproven the theory of the Trail of Tears, but she's still here with us, crying tears of joy from laughing.
Yeah, because she doesn't work at a casino. You think she works at a casino?
No, she doesn't gamble her life away.
You think she has to make any sort of reservations, us?
No, she is the reservation.
Yeah, is she truly free?
She reserves herself to the people of the world. She is our dream seeker, our nightmare chaser.
Rakumau mau mau, rakumau mau mau. Rakumau mau, rakumau mau. Okay, that's her name. Right by the Puerto Rican flag, we got somebody else,
That's a Puerto Rican flag if you idiots didn't know what it looked like. Okay?
People are like, go Texas. You know what I mean? I love Captain America.
I love Filipinos. But I mean, by the Puerto Rican flag, we have Jose's caregiver, his caretaker. When he's ill and he needs a pill,
he's got the pill to Ibiza.
he's got the pill to Ibiza.
Because sometimes you run into a couple of Wiccans and you find out that they grew up with toxic parents. And when you find out that they grew up with toxic parents, you find out about all their unhealed childhood traumas and everything that's festering their mind. When you find out about all their unhealed childhood traumas and everything that's festering their mind, you get what happens to us.
When they have unhealed trauma, festering minds, look.
Pestering their mind.
Pestering their minds. Okay. You thought we stuttered. Okay, we're so
Should we
good.
run it back? Should we run it back?
Run it back.
Okay.
Run it back.
So, 'cause sometimes you need to build to a visa. Because sometimes, you go to a park and you run into a couple of Wiccans that want to get fisted. When you run into a couple of Wiccans that want to get fisted, you find out they have a couple unhealed emotional traumas that need to be healed. When you find out they have a couple emotional traumas that need to be healed, you find out that they have daddy issues and mommy issues that they never resolved through college or therapy. When you find out they have daddy and mommy issues that they never resolved through college or therapy, what happens to us?
They find out that they lived in an incestuous cult. When they find out that they lived in an incestuous cult, they start realizing that they're the Wiccans, the problems that love to be fisted. When they see that they're the problems that love to get fisted, they put the sticker of coexist on the back of their Subarus. When they put the stickers of the coexist back on the back of their Subarus, they also like to stick their fists in their own booty holes. When they like to
my
stick their own fists in their own booty holes, that fist turns into black power. When that fist turns into black power, that's cultural appropriation. And when they're accused of cultural appropriation, they get frightened. When they get frightened, they get scared. When they get scared, they get the goosebumps. When they get the goosebumps, they get el heebie-jeebie, phenomenal, el hibarechon.
Hey, that was.
It was a complex one,
Oh
okay?
man,
Ooh,
you know
that
what I
was
mean?
hard.
We don't make the rules, we just report them.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
we're not complex. We are what we're. What did Eli A say? Remember? Complex. You're complex. I own the complex. You know.
I am the complexion, though, okay? The butter pecan one. But
Well, we
let's
got
go ahead on the
somebody
ones
else. Oh,
and
yeah.
twos.
And she's the one. You know.
She is the one.
You know.
Or the
She-
5, depending if you're a
yeah.
Wiccan.
The 5-finger dealer, the
five-
fist pumper, on the ones
Then
and twos, the leading candidate for employee of the year, Ice Agent Alice.
She will use your conch as a punching bag if you let her.
Hi guys.
Emphasis on the ice. You
On
take
the
the
conch.
ice, you add a couple letters, you take a couple letters. What can you spell, Hoss?
Conch. And
Okay.
Wiccan, actually. A Wiccan conch.
You know? And somebody that's scared of Wiccans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be one of his other mortal enemies besides the Jews. You think so?
Absolutely. And he's off that juice.
God.
Coding got him tripping.
Look up the book, Nazis versus Wiccans, okay?
Yeah.
A short story brought to you by B&R, but we got the paprika poppy.
Yeah.
You know? We got Hoss.
The Auschwitz assimilator. The Munich monster.
The Traeger trickster.
The Rabbi Radicator. The Munich monster. The Lederhosen lad. The Wiener Schnitzel snatcher.
Guststein
Schweinsteiger.
Schweinsteiger. Hey. And we didn't find his hat, Alice?
No, I still can't find his hat.
It's okay, you know. It's too hot for Schweinsteiger, you know. He's been working a couple shifts. You don't think so? Hoss?
Yeah, he's been working one shift, okay, since the 1940s. And he loves the musical, the sound of music, because it gives away the positions of the people. Like, it tells them that where in the mountains they are, you know? Cuckoo, cuckoo, good. Have you ever seen the movie?
No.
It's a good movie, actually. I like that movie.
What is
yeah.
it called again?
The Sound of Music.
Oh no, I only watched Little House on the Prairie, you know?
Yeah.
Well, close enough.
They had a guy, he kind of looked like Don Jose on Little House on
Just
the Prairie.
conspiracy theory. The Sound of Music. So just to give you guys a perspective of what it is a family that escapes the Nazis, okay? And they say that the Jewish people own music labels, right? They own the Sound of Music now.
Oh, really?
We can dive into that later, but that's just a
Oh,
theory
that's
of
pretty
mine.
cool, huh?
Yeah.
So that was the ultimate revenge, you know?
Ultimate Revenge. Yeah, and so the lady, damn, I can't. Julia
Andrews?
Yeah, Julie Andrews.
Look at, hey, and still
Leading candidate for Employee of the Year, Ice Agent Alice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie Andrews, good call.
Got it.
She is she's Mary Poppins as well. Not in the movie, but she's the same woman that plays Mary Poppins. And the
Is it-
queen in Princess Diaries.
I was gonna say, isn't she in a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah.
She's in that one too?
Actually, no. I think it's another actress. I could be wrong, but you can Google if you'd like to.
Yeah. Next time.
Dang, that was pretty nice, dude, Alice.
It's a good movie though. Sound of Music, really good movie.
You know, but one thing that was a good movie was Juneteenth and the Fight for the Gays. You know what I mean, Hoss?
You mean a fight against the gays or for the gays?
Which one was it? I don't know. I feel like this. Do you feel like it wasn't that cool this year? I thought there was going to be.
I think people are just sick of it, you know?
You
Like
think so?
they're partying on behalf of someone else.
I don't think even black people. Like you remember a couple last years, white people were like, "Oh, we're gonna turn up." You know, we're
Yeah.
gonna turn up for Juneteenth. They say it like that. Juneteenth. You know,
It's
the
gonna
white
be
people,
far.
We're gonna turn up for Juneteenth.
It's gonna be far.
Dude, Juneteenth was like so popping last year that people were like, the Patriots, they were like digging up the Confederate statues and putting them back on. Remember?
Yeah, because they had to like combat it.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, now we're gonna have a wine-teenth. You know what I mean? With like the Juneteenth of white people. What would they call that?
Ooh,
Every day.
every day.
The work week or something like that. You know what I mean? What they would call it.
Freedom.
But there was like so much of that last year. Remember?
Yeah.
There were so many patriots that had like the "Make America Great Again." Dude, I haven't seen that many Confederate flags. Like
I haven't seen the MAGA hat. I haven't seen Confederate
Yeah.
flags.
the MAGA or like the They were the ones that would say something like the stickers that we made fun of before. They would say something like Bernie is like, it would say like Bernie Sanders has a Shih Tzu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, and you put that on your truck? Come on.
Bernie Sanders likes bat soup too.
It's like, bro. They're like Hillary Clinton's emails.com, you know? Find the truth, and they put that on their truck. You know,
They
like,
changed WikiLeaks to Hillary Leaks. And not because she has incontinence, which I'm guessing she might have in her old age.
you know, but what happened to all those patriots? You know what I mean? Like,
Depends.
all of them are scared. Do you think so?
Incontinence joke. Yeah, they're scared now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Or they're lazy, you know? They're just as lazy as, you know, they're the ones complaining about immigrants taking their jobs, but they can't even dedicate to like a motto.
Yeah, they can't even dedicate their hate. You
They're
know?
like,
They can't commit to their hate. Oh, I'm tired of being hateful this year. I think I'm just gonna stay at home. You know,
they really put the Bud in Bud Light.
Jokic won the championship. We got a white champion. You know,
He's from Serbia. I don't care what part of Alaska he's from. He's one of us.
white. He's from Serbia and what? Montenegro. What? Montenegro. He's black. Could you imagine?
Morocco. So he's part Latino with the instruments. He rattles like a rattlesnake. The desert's viper.
I thought you looked suspicious, you know. Yeah, they probably got nothing to celebrate anymore, you know. Dude, like I feel
They're
bad.
like that rooster from Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I did.
You don't know. He's all like past his prime.
Now I'm just
She's
no
so sad.
rooster. I did have this.
It's like the peak was just like when President Trump was a president, you know.
I see.
And they're all wilding, you know, power, you know, nationalists, storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's like they were just like talking about. Could you remember the good old days? It was literally just last year for them. You know?
It was such a long time ago. I said it was last year. It was a long time ago.
We stormed the Capitol. You know, it's like stormtroopers are cops. They welcomed us in there. You know,
There was dogs. in
they
that
gave us a
fight.
tour.
Yeah,
I got a tour. You know, they have their mugshot. They're all happy.
it's the most appropriately named building in the world, the White House. We don't want no Bama.
Dude, could you be so disappointed? It's like, what they have like, what people have to always stay at the White House? Is there any people like the janitors? They don't have the,
I would imagine that they have to stay there.
like, always, no matter what president?
I think so. Like, why would I don't think they would cycle that. Same with maybe the cooks cycle, because I always feel like they have different cooks
Maybe can you look it up really quick, Alice? Is there any permanent,
positions at the White House.
yeah, permanent workers?
Oh, maybe not for security reasons, because they would have to cycle so that they don't like can't conspire, like if they know the patterns of the behavior of the security and all that. Does that make sense?
So they wouldn't want the same security? You said?
Yeah, and I know this because in the prison they can't hold. Well, I believe it's a law. They might change it. They can't hold the same position more than 3 years. They have to cycle through positions.
Oh, really?
And it's to like avoid setting stuff up against some. You know what I mean? Where if you're in a position for long enough, you can kind of corrupt that position.
Oh.
So they have to. I'm guessing.
I thought maybe you got grandfathered in, you know? It's like they still got
Maybe.
the people that are like, they're like 100 years old. They're still working at the White House.
The
you know?
Hernandezes, you know.
Or they're like super white, you know?
Could be.
And
Yeah.
could you imagine maybe they're like super white, super patriot, you know? And now that America's gone super progressive,
Yeah.
and just imagine like you go in there now, the Biden's Academy, you know? It's like the White House is like the fucking mutant house, the Professor X fucking house, you know?
Except not as cool. You know?
Yeah, they don't got powers,
Yeah.
bro.
Dude, he just forgets everything.
Yeah, he's got all the. I got a trans person here. I got a Latino here. I got a black person here. You know, the White House now is like a Noah's Ark, but of people. You know, he's got two of each. You know,
The only foreign policy they like is restriction.
yeah, he's got a black, bisexual, polyamorous. They have no limbs, and it's a Latino person. You know, it's like, dude,
Aptly named Amelia.
yeah, it's like the ultimate minority. You know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the ultimate minority? Wouldn't that be cool? Like, what would you be, man? If you
Dude,
could
that
be
would feel like such a burden. You know, like you have to uphold minority status.
But you don't think you get a handicap sticker? You get your own bathroom, and then maybe you're black, and maybe you're also transracial.
And then you have a medical dog, like a service dog.
Yeah.
That'd be actually kind of cool. And because you have no
You
limbs,
could get
you're
away with everything,
substantially-
yeah.
You're so much lighter, you can ride the dog.
Oh, I wouldn't want to ride my dog. Could you imagine something happens to the dog? He gets heat stroke or something. He drops you.
No, you're going to pick a big dog, first of all. You're going to live in an aptly appropriate climate where it's a bit cooler so the dog doesn't overheat.
If you're a paraplegic,
And you're in the White House. Like, you would be the
okay, I
representative.
forgot we were in the White House.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would want to. If I was a paraplegic, I would want like a Great Dane in the White House. Could you imagine you're a Great Dane?
Like Saint Bernard.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because then that way, on the minorities, you can claim Christian because it's a Saint Bernard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got maybe I'm trans, you know what I mean, or I'm gay, and I got like green hair,
Yeah.
and then I got a vest, like a biker vest. I got like a thrifter shirt under, and then I got a vest and it's got a bunch of pins. You know what I mean? Little pins that I would collect on it. I put them on. I got a cool keychain. You know, it says BLM.
Yeah.
And I got a, you know, I got.
You have a seeing stick, even though
Yeah.
you can't use it. It's
and
just,
it's a Trader Joe's one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's made by Trader
it's
Joe's.
just sewn into the vest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like I look like that, and then I'm in and I got the new headset, the one that you put on. It's not the Oculus, but
The
new one.
VR.
The new one. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The one they put on, that you can make like your own TV everywhere and stuff like that. And I just come out riding my Saint Bernard. You know? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
And everyone has to bow to you
Yeah.
because you're the minority.
Even the president, dude. You
Yeah.
know? Because if the president treats me, could you imagine you're the minority like that? You know, you're like the whatever, like the puppet or whatever, the pet, and then the president's mean to you. And you're doing the press release or whatever.
You could have him impeached.
He was mean to me, the president.
I think, the camera's right
It
here.
would backfire on you.
He was mean to me. Over here, sir. Or ma'am. Or thou. Tell me when to stop.
All of you legion.
I'm going to use echolocation. Tell me when to stop.
Right here.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see the camera
Why
now.
are you so sad today? We heard that the president, you're one of the president's favorite workers. The president loves you.
He threw a football at me and forgot I can't see.
Your eye is all messed up, you know?
My dog didn't bark because he muzzled him. Poor thing.
And you're dressed in overalls, you know what we were talking about earlier? You're dressed in overalls.
You got shoes you have no business wearing.
Yeah, because they put the fake legs on you.
Yeah.
And then they put like double socks. They put they put skinny jeans, and then they put the boots. You're like, bro, this guy can't even. He doesn't even got.
He
real
wanted me to
legs.
throw a football. What am I gonna do? Throw my shoulder back and go long?
You got a little. They hook up. You know what? They hook up so he can throw. They hook up one of those Chinese money cat things that goes like this. They get one of the big ones. And they hook it up to your. They put a little thing. You know.
I'm trying to do the eyes.
You're just like going like this the whole time. You know, you're trying to play catch or whatever you're trying to. They put a little fan on your hand. You know, could you imagine?
To keep him cool.
The president usually going like this.
You could call the president Presi. Because, fuck him. Presi.
Oh, I would hate to be like a disabled puppet. You think so? Man?
I would hate to
for
be a
the
disabled
president.
puppet.
You're
Could
just
you
like
imagine?
you're like a prop, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, that would suck.
Imagine getting the next Bill Clinton. He had Monica Lewinsky.
He's a pervert, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I got head from the most minority person. I'm the least racist, phobic person on earth. He would make you give him meds so he could say that. Or she. It could be a woman, too.
You guys should in here ask me if I had sex with her. Of course I had sex with her.
Because I'm not racist.
I'm open-minded.
I'm the most accepting person on this planet. And as a leader of the free world, I urge you to do the same.
You don't tell
So
me.
now you're giving everyone blowjobs.
Is this not a beautiful person? He just looks like, He's like, what's that, man? It looks like somebody jumped into my microwave. It's like God was creating a human in my microwave. And he dumped him in heaven. It's like, dude, come on, God.
He opens the microwave, like, I give
Tighten
up.
up. You know? He had an off day. God, he gets tired every now and then. You think so?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
He forgot to defrost you first.
Could you imagine, like, shout out to all the handicapped people, but God, he messes up on one of your chromosomes or whatever disability you have, and then he sees you be born, you know what I mean? He's so excited because, we're all his creations. You're like, oh, man, I'm so excited you're doing. But maybe he had a test. He had to study about the Garden of Gethsemane or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gethsemane.
He had to study Lice. Oh God! He rushes you. He doesn't even know he puts an extra chromosome in you.
Yeah.
And then he's so excited. He's like, Dad. He's talking now. He's talking to God. Jesus. He's talking to the other God. He's like, Dad. He's like, you're gonna see my newest creation. He's so cool. And they're watching you be born. You know what I mean?
What the hell happened?
Yeah. You're like missing an arm or something, or it's like a coin, like one of the twins that are stuck together.
God is doing this like. Gabriel, how did this get past quality control? And Gabriel's appropriate because that sounds Mexican. Gabriel.
Yeah. And then he knows like at the end of the day he couldn't say no to Jesus though. You know what I mean? So he's like,
my name's not Gabriel, it's Michael today.
But you can't say no to Jesus. And then Jesus, he's like so stoked. Or maybe Jesus wanted to surprise God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, maybe my dad's gonna be proud of me today.
Look at his eyes, they're so different.
Dad, you want the earth to be populated? I made 2 humans in 1, They come out the baby.
I did conjoined twins. They use less hair product because they have one head.
And God's like, come on, Jesus fucking Christ.
That means less.
Jesus fucking Christ, Mary, he's like, I should have said, Joseph, what's your real father? He's like the prince,
Yeah.
Only his mother loves him.
I don't even know who she is.
Oh, yeah. Because Mary, she's always repping Jesus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But God, how does he rep Jesus? Oh, I'm going to send you to get killed. No, bro. Jesus, joke's on you. Your father hates you, bro.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get away from you.
It's like, are you going to get tied up to a cross? 9-inch nails. Which is why I don't listen to that band, by the way. Devilish shit.
Oh, man. That would be fun to be God to make experiments like that. You know what I mean? Could you imagine, dude? What experiments would you make, us?
I mean, look, he made the platypus.
Oh, yeah.
He made the octopus.
Oh, that's a good
one. What are some creepy...
Could you imagine, like, just making the giraffe, right? It's like you're making a dog, and then you're playing, he's made out of clay, and then you just, like, you're playing, you just, like, start squeezing the neck. It's like, oh, that's a good dog. It's a dog with a long neck.
Yeah.
Let's call it good.
Yeah. Those were the drawings that God put on the fridge from Jesus,
Dude, and all of them look like dogs.
These are dogs.
It's like, and then it's like
a crocodile, just like no neck, but all nose.
He just squished the dog down, And then he got a kangaroo. He just put a little pouch on the dog, and he stood him up on 2 legs. Like, this is a dog with a long tail. And he can walk on 2 legs, And then what other dogs? This is a dog with horns, He made a little bull.
A frog, because Jesus is all inclusive. It's like, this is a dog with Down syndrome, Did you find the answer, by the way?
Yeah? Oh, come on. We've been bullshitting all stuff out of our ass so we can get an answer,
Sorry, I thought you were just going on.
Rabbit. Hey, but she did kiss you and you became a king, huh?
You did?
I definitely did. I wasn't a frog to begin with, though, fuckface.
No.
He was a toad, okay?
That's why she has genital warts. She doesn't, okay?
Yeah, she got it on the totem pole, right? Yeah.
Let's just say she's halfway to being a Wiccan. 2.5 fingers if you can't do math.
You gave her the Thotorottie, huh?
It made her a for alligator afterwards.
All it said is that the chief usher manages the White House residency. I can't even say it. Residency.
Residency.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only one?
Yeah. And he maintains like all the cooks, the maids, the butlers, housekeepers.
So that one person has to hire all those people?
Yeah.
Damn.
The chief usher, and it's Usher,
Yeah. These are my confessions.
It's been a long time coming.
Dude, he'd be the worst chief to be over the White House.
So that's why he's got
secrets.
herpes. He's going running through everyone, dude.
True,
The
that's
Usher.
true, yeah.
He's hiring everybody. That's why he's a pervert.
Yeah.
Let it burn.
That's why
He's the
Chris
one that
Brown-
incited the riots, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let it burn. They heard him sing, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta let it go. It's coming from the heart. People are like, oh, who's this patriot? They thought it was Trump. It was a fucking Usher. You know?
Yeah. A black artist.
What is it? I'm twisted. One side of me telling me that I need to move on.
On the other
Stop
side.
the count. Stop the count. You know? Want to break down and cry, you know, because the election wasn't rigged.
It wasn't.
You know? But that's it. Shout out to the Usher. Now I think
out
we
to
can
the
celebrate
Chief
a little
Usher.
bit, right? We
Yeah.
haven't celebrated anything.
Oh my
mean,
gosh, are you sure we haven't celebrated?
What time are we at?
We're at 1:15.
It's been a good time. I think
Oh,
we can
yeah.
do maybe a couple holidays.
It's been a long time coming. You know?
Well, since we're talking about the White House, the first national holiday for today is National American Eagle Day.
Hey, come on. An American Eagle, you know?
Isn't that brand like closing down now? Is that it? Did
Is
it
it? I think they
bankrupt?
still have stuff.
Still have stuff?
Yeah, there's still stores.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never owned any of their
You
stuff.
know who I hated? Because remember, American Eagle was like super white people, right? Like
Yeah.
they were super white people. Like that's like the people that could afford. They were like the richer people in school. They had American Eagle, right? But then like all of a sudden it started getting popular, and then you started seeing like the super Mexicans that like they couldn't even speak English, but then they started wearing like American Eagle became their brand, you know? And they would always pop their collar, and they would get like one of those little. Oh, it's a fucking hat, but I'm trying to.
I used to wear American
Hector,
Eagle.
pásame la feria, güey.
All these shorts, I think, are American Eagle.
Are they?
Yes, that's what I was, they would wear out, and they would have like a little necklace, and they almost would do like a hip hop thing, like T.I. like this.
So I don't think I saw Mexicans wearing American Eagle. In my
Really?
school, yeah.
Oh no, dude, they had.
It was strictly a white person thing. But so you said it was high class. American Eagle for me was like the middle class kids. The high class kids were Hollister
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or
they were
Abercrombie.
both for me.
or Abercrombie
Yeah.
and Fitch. Yeah,
I feel like the Mexicans in my school were the Aeropostale.
that's the one.
Aeropostale, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They thought it was a Christian brand, you know.
they thought it was a philosopher,
Yeah.
Aristotle. You fucking idiots.
No, they thought it was our apostle, you know.
De la Virgen María.
Yeah, yeah, but American Eagles, dude, we got better Eagles, superior Eagles, and our
Esta
Eagles are
camisa de
much better
Cristo.
Eagles. We got stronger Eagles, right? What do they say? We got faster Eagles. We got superior Eagles. We got the funniest Eagles, quite frankly.
We got the sick Eagles, the ill Eagles.
All the other country's Eagles, you look at their Eagles, you think that they're bats.
And then you eat when you find out it is a bat.
And then you turn into a vampire.
And then I can't.
I sat down with the president of Mexico and I asked him, how is this really an eagle, sir? You know? This looks like a pigeon.
I went to China to try and commit to foreign policy. I sat down and said, give me your best General Tso's chicken. They brought me something with a winged little rodent. I said, no, China. This is going to be a disease. I shut down all travel to China and from China. They called me a racist. They labeled me a racist. Storm the Capitol.
Many of my friends.
Dude, that's like the worst Trump impression I think I've ever heard. And that was me.
Hey, no, but it's fun. Dude, could you imagine Trump talking about how better Eagles are, you know? Yeah. We got majestic Eagles, the best Eagles. Their wings, the largest wings you've ever seen. Boeing 747s could not stand a chance against an American Eagle. These Eagles fly at the speed of light. You have not heard one of these Eagles break the sound barrier because it's faster than the sound barrier. I got scientists in other countries of the world. They tell me, President, where do you get your Eagles? I tell them, America. Land of the free.
The Eagles are so fast that before you see the sun rise, you hear the cry of an eagle. That's how fast they are. They are so fast that China had to send a slow red balloon. And by the time the eagle circulated the balloon 50,000 times, the balloon was shot down by an eagle.
It spotted this. You know, nearly 80 million miles away. The eagle was flying around the diameter of the moon when it spotted the Chinese balloon. You know? On the dark side of the moon. You know?
Eagles are the most sacred animal in wildlife. What animal hunts them? The savages. That is why we took over. That is why the Trail of Tears exists. These savages were killing bald eagles, and instead we saved them. We are the Rogaine of the animal kingdom.
Other countries, we already told you we don't do business with terrorist Mexico. They don't have fine eagles like us. They try to impress us. A chupacabra. What is a chupacabra? We don't know what it is. That looks like a rapist. That looks like somebody that's going to come and steal our job. But our eagles are here to protect us. It will eat the chupacabras. We have trained 40,000 eagles around the border.
Anytime I sit down with a world leader, they look at me and say, Donald, why do you trust the American eagle? And I said it's because they don't understand any other language. They don't speak Spanish. They're not spies from the South. They don't speak Chinese. They don't fly in balloons. They shoot them down. They don't speak any other language other than English. They cry freedom. We love the eagles in America. When you say, I will die for America, you will die for a bald eagle. Shout out to the Marines and all the armed services. Homeland Security, we need to find out what they're doing. They're not very secure. They're letting people through.
What is happening to our eagles? We had 40 million eagles. And the Democrats, they took office. They want to defund the eagles. They want to defund the police. We got 23 million eagles missing. And they said they're sending them to the Ukraine. What are our beautiful eagles? They cannot speak Russian. What are our eagles doing in the Ukraine? They cannot live on that type of diet. You know?
Joe, I'm not going to let you finish. You don't listen to me. I'm not going to listen to you. That is the liberals' agenda to get rid of all the American eagles, all of the bald eagles. But we need them, people. They fight for freedom. They can storm the Capitol with you. What is the animal that saves the people in Lord of the Rings at the end of the eagles? It is not the snakes. It is not the armadillos. It is not the chinchillas. It is the eagles. They represent America. They represent true freedom. The Lord of the Rings. We are the lords of the world. We have all the rings, championship rings, the finals rings, the Super Bowl rings. The reason we don't win the World Cup is because of the cup, not a ring. If it was a ring, we would win that too. America is the greatest country in the world.
God bless America! Come on,
Patriots
man.
right here.
Dude, you fucking get out of here with your other fucking weird replica wannabe fucking mascots for other countries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think, dude, it's how Argentina, they're gonna put a fucking sun with a face? That sun doesn't have a face.
They
You
watch
fucking
too much
idiot.
fucking Teletubbies,
You know what I
okay?
mean?
Argentina.
Okay. Oh, kindergarten.
Los boobies de tele. Fucking
Man.
racist.
What other Canada?
jerk.
They're gonna put a leaf on it. Come on, man.
Fucking
One.
leaf.
They couldn't even put more than one.
Dude, leaves fall once a year,
Come
and they hibernate for
They
several
couldn't even
months.
maintain the tree. You know, you gotta. Come on, man.
Trudeau. That's Trudeau.
Yeah, the United Kingdom. They're just putting X's, and you know, come on, man. That flag, you know, dude.
Yeah.
What's even their mascot for the United Kingdom? They don't got a dude. Can you imagine?
No, it was,
It's like
it
one
was
of
the
those-
Queen of England. She's dead. Okay?
Now it's a double decker. You know, now it's fucking Hogwarts. You know,
It's a bus.
some made up. You know, 7 3/4 or whatever it is. You know.
Yeah. King's Cross.
Come on, man.
That's where your king belongs, okay?
Who can take down American Eagles, right?
Nobody.
Nobody. They don't even got in Japan. The dragons, they're fake. You know, sorry to break the news.
For
You
sure.
know.
That's China.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, American Eagles. That's it. You think so, Hoss?
The greatest animal on Earth.
Oh yeah.
And they're rarely even on Earth. They're flying around.
Yeah.
So that's how impressive they are. The percentage of time that they're on the Earth, they're still the greatest.
Yeah.
Proportionally speaking.
Oh yeah.
Next holiday, Alice.
Next holiday is National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
You know, speaking about fisting, you know, you fist a couple of different holes. What happens, Hoss?
You might end up getting a very thick vanilla shake.
It might not be vanilla though.
It might not be vanilla.
It might
You get the
not be
swirl.
vanilla.
You think so, Hoss?
A swirl, maybe a Neapolitan, okay? You've got the red, white, and brown. They call that a trifecta.
That is non-American.
No,
Okay.
that's not American at all. Only the vanilla.
Red, white, and black and brown.
You eliminate the brown, you eliminate the red. That's American.
But what was the holiday? Which is again?
Vanilla or National Vanilla Milkshake.
Milkshake. I mean, vanilla's my favorite. You know what I mean?
Vanilla is just the most versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like any topping that conceivably goes on any other flavor will work with vanilla.
Okay, now here's a thing. Maybe I told you guys here. Maybe I didn't tell you guys here. But I went to one of those. Now they got all the stuff for like the. I was gonna say the conservatives, but the the people that work out. You know, the fitness coaches, gym, and the social media people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So they go to like, oh, now I go to get a avocado toast. I'm gonna get blueberry origami. You know, they say those weird fucking shakes, whatever they're called. You know, masu berry, masu pichu, whatever the fuck they call their fucking, thing that they call whatever the hell you guys. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm going to get a vanilla infused rice cake.
Yeah, they get the fermented. What are those?
Rice cake.
What are those things? The fermented
Kombucha.
Oh, I'm gonna get my kombucha. You know, bro. And then, dude, their skin looks fucking horrible. Oh, this is good for my dude. I've smelled a lot of your farts. Okay, you thought it's gross. Okay?
You look like a walking cadaver. You're not the. You shouldn't be a fitness influencer.
But I went to one of these restaurants and they got a.
You should be a morgue model.
They got a kai bowls. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's a kai bowl? You know? And then we get a kai bowl, dude. And there's like, they only have chocolate ones. All their flavors are only chocolate.
Oh, he told me about this place.
So it's like you can get fruits, but all the fruits like. Do white people not like vanilla?
They're trying to be woke. They're trying to.
So they hate eating chocolate.
We don't like vanilla.
But just like, bro, no, dude, white people, you're actually too crazy with the chocolate stuff, man. If you like chocolate that much, like black people as much as you like chocolate, because white people they do like, chocolate, fudge, ice cream, brownie with. Dark chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck are you? You know what I mean?
Black people aren't antioxidants. They don't have flavonoids. But they have a lot of flavor.
Okay? Flavor. They got flavonoids. Yeah, but that's like one thing. It's like, they have to simmer down. Dude, it's like if Mexicans did vanilla with vanilla. Like, we don't even have that many,
Yeah, vanilla. You just have one vanilla that's fucking enough.
That's good.
You add other stuff, yeah.
You do French vanilla, Mexican vanilla, Puerto Rican vanilla, whatever
Madagascar vanilla, Dominican vanilla.
You don't have to do a fudge with, bro, come on,
Yeah.
man. Make up new fucking flavors. White people, they got two flavors.
This is a chocolate ice cream with a burnt almond fudge sauce, with a hot chocolate drizzle.
Burnt trail.
With chocolate chips. And fucking
Hershey's Kisses.
And a 90% cacao.
Yeah.
Fucking dust.
Mocha. You're like, what the fuck is that, man?
That's
frozen. You're like, what?
That's an anal Wiccan fisting, okay? That looks like the Black Fist BLM.
I'm like, bro,
you got a little BLM in your cup.
You want me to put cream on it? The little fucking thing, like, come on, man. What are you try to suck it out of the straw? That thing's so thick,
You forgot the spoon. Did I do that?
Dude, it's like you're trying to suck like petroleum out of the ground. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to. It's like, bro, come on, man. Because they got no flavors. You think so? They got.
You look like the minority under the desk at the Oval Office.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Then you go to the. And one thing, Java Joe's, I like you guys, but now in Java Joe's they got shakes, right?
Okay.
And sometimes I get a smoothie, not a shake. So it's a smoothie shake. And they're like fruit. You can get like peach, you can get strawberry, whatever.
Okay.
But their biggest shake, dude, and it's like $5 or $6. It's literally one that big. I'm like, can you not make me a bigger one? You got cups that big. No, that's as big as it makes it.
We don't have the right portions.
How is it that?
Double it. It's math.
Math. I told the lady, I got mad because they've given me a big one before.
Okay.
And now, supposedly don't do it. But I told them, okay, so I'm like, so you don't do big ones. I'm like, okay, make me 2 small ones and put it in the big cup. Can you do that? She's like, yeah. I was like, threat neutralize.
Okay? I have to charge you double.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, she did charge me double. That was the most expensive. $16 freaking smoothie. I could have gone to freaking, Jamba Juice, with the freaking people that look like they've donated plasma 5 times that day,
Do you want a nutrient boost? Nigga, you need the nutrient boost. You need the nutrient boost. They're all knocking on death's door.
Bro,
there's no nutrients in their system. They don't see sunlight.
They're like Biden's buddies in there. You know what I mean? They're falling. They're trying to get they fall. They're trying to get a fruit. They falling.
Their eye sockets look like they had hysterectomies. They're so fucking sunken in.
Do that basically, yeah. Do that basically. Sir, can I get let me. Okay, take my order. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay.
Hi, welcome to Jamba Employees. How can I help you?
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm trying to get.
We offer a lot of healthy smoothie options, and we call them power boosts. You can get vitamins and minerals that you would otherwise miss if you didn't have a healthy, balanced diet.
Let me get. Do you have anything that's good for inflammation? Something with a little bit of turmeric. Something that's gonna have maybe blueberries, and maybe a little bit of wheat.
Wheat, blueberries, and turmeric. That seems very specific, and we're not India, but I think we have something that would really, really help you. We have.
You gotta stop it! I fucking hate it.
Why? That's what they look like. Go to a Jamba Juice. What you just saw is what you see at a Jamba Juice. Their eyes are all sunk. It's like talking to a dead person, like the Crypt Keeper. They're just fucking skeletons.
Oh, your face looks so horrible.
Remove 50 pounds from my face. That's the person.
Oh my God.
And remove all the color in my skin.
Oh, that was scary, Alice.
We'll make your smoothie right
I was
away.
about to ask you, like, what's going on, dude?
Did I look like I was about to die?
Yeah, you look like. Pull it together.
Oh, God,
I want my fucking Oscar, okay?
introducing the pride of Puerto Rico, the undefeated champion, the Puerto
Pecan.
Rican. Puerto Rican. Oh, man, come on. Shout out to Vanilla Day, whatever it was, okay? We're not going to celebrate. It was vanilla, right?
Yeah, vanilla.
Yeah, shout out
milkshake.
vanilla only. If you like chocolate stuff, go kill yourself, okay? Come on, guys.
I mean, I like Rocky Road.
Yeah, that's why your life is so tough, okay?
That's why you had a fist one of your girlfriends, okay?
Just to feel loved, okay? Take it to the next fucking holiday.
Gotta reach the depth of her heart. You know? Mortal Kombat. Finish her.
But I can feel your heartbeat. I'm comfortable here.
The next national holiday is National Ice Cream Soda Day.
Oh, come on.
Jesus
More white
Christ.
people holidays. Come on. Ice I brought my pops here. We want to get my pops the ice cream soda. He's been a hard worker. Pops, you going to get a banana ice cream soda or what kind of ice cream soda?
Banana, no, sir. Back in Nam, I saw too many banana people, okay? I love the root beer and vanilla ice cream the way God intended.
Let's get my pops a classic. What was it called again?
Root beer.
Root beer float.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
No, what was it called? Soda float? What was it called?
Oh, it's a
Ice cream sodas.
ice cream soda. So
a root beer float? It's ice cream soda?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
soda and ice cream. Where am I?
Papa.
That's a Filipino.
But yeah, is that the only one? Ice cream float. Can you make a Fanta float?
Yeah.
I think so.
There's a bunch of different ones. Like in Puerto Rico, they have one called Blackout. That's just Coke with vanilla ice cream. And they have a bunch of other ones. I forget the names, but the Coke is my favorite one.
Yeah. If only my freezer wasn't full and we had ice cream
I thought
left.
you were going to say only if my father would take me to Mexico to get an ice cream soda. But you said freezer. So
That freezer. Oh my god, in your fridge too. I tried to put some drinks in there. No room.
Well, is it that bad? I don't think it's that bad today. But I actually have something that
like there was an event today. Where it's like,
I bought some
there's
stuff
a
to
lot more
cook.
space.
I've been
you know?
a good king, you know.
Keith?
Please.
Alice, come on, you piece of shit.
I think we're done with the holidays.
Yes, I think we
Yeah.
are.
Is that it? There wasn't any more? Anything else?
I mean, there's World Refugee Day.
No, we talk about
yeah,
refugees
come
all
on,
the time.
man.
They don't deserve that kind of attention.
Yeah, come on,
You
Venezuela.
don't even deserve citizenship. You think we're
World
going to talk about
Refugee
you?
Day, dude. We got to get rid of that day. I
Yeah.
think it seems like it's always World Refugee
Dude, with
Day.
the amount of immigrants that have been coming, have you noticed? I wear a lot of hats, not today, because I have longer hair, so I want to show it off a little bit, but they're making hats with like bigger foreheads. So I was like, dude, my head's like, this looks unnatural. You know, I put on the brim is here and the top of it's like, I don't have that big of a forehead. Like I have a big forehead, not that big.
Hey, maybe for me, now I can wear some hats so I start again. Welcome in. I'm tired of wearing yarmulkes.
Yeah, there's so many immigrants with big ass foreheads that cap companies have started to catch on. So they're making big hats now.
Immigrant caps.
Yeah,
Refugee camps.
for sure.
Maybe we should get into the business, Hoss.
Maybe we'll make berets
Berets
and top hats.
JJ Bereas, you think
Yeah,
so? That's what
couple
we'll call it.
JJ
JJ's Bereas.
Yeah. JJ Beret.
Yeah, but that's it. You know, not too many cool holidays. You know, Juneteenth
No.
was cool. It shadowed. Maybe that's why, right? Because Juneteenth, and then
It eclipses everything.
the next
after
day
it,
they're
yeah.
like, we're gonna go back to white. What's the whitest holiday?
Maybe that's why. Maybe we got down to the culture war. Juneteenth is so big and prominent that they had to limit it to one day, and Pride is like not that important, so they had it a whole month.
Yeah,
They have to make up like the difference on impact.
yeah. And now they're trying to whiten us out. Do you see? With
Yeah.
all the holidays today, they're like,
Yep.
people were celebrating black
Vanilla.
people, vanilla, white soda,
Yep. American
American
Eagle.
Eagle.
Yep.
What other white holidays around there, Alice? Refugee.
Yep.
Yeah, Refugee Day. Then they had something with the eyes.
Something with the eyes,
Yeah.
you know?
Not pupil day.
Yeah.
You know, the whites of your eyes day.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know, so
guys.
now they're starting to take us off of black people.
At least give us jaundice, you know, for the yellow people. But
Shout out to John. You know?
yep.
Hey, that should be your rapper name, huh? John
Jaundice.
Dis.
That's a pretty good one.
Could we get a couple bars?
I'm gonna
From
need
John Dis?
No, not right
Oh,
now.
no, right now?
No.
Okay, but what else? What are we on time, Alice?
1:35.
1:35. I think we can go into a little bit of a question. You don't think so?
I think so. Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun, you know?
We've had a lot of fun.
I need to relax a little. I need time to breathe, to recuperate. You know, I was talking to my father. That was, you know, in another planet, you know, that I'm still recovering. Maybe we gotta go to a jazz game. I'll take you like this. Hey, can I
And
get
you
a
get by the fucking cheap ass Upper Bowl ticket.
can I get a ticket for my son? And somewhere over there in the West Valley. Yeah.
West Valley over there.
So what are we doing?
Question or a mystery
I have a nightmare.
that works.
But I just want you to remember something, papi.
Okay, mijo. What must I remember?
Remember. Is that how it works?
No, that's how it goes. Alice, help us out.
Quentin, remember?
Damn it.
It was a long time.
No.
Recuerda que hace mucho
Oh yeah,
tiempo.
remember, it was a long time.
Remember. Oh no, remember a long time. I love you. It's
I love you.
Remember a long time. I love you.
Oh.
I think that's what
I
it
want
was,
to
right?
make you real happy. Let us take the first flight with the destination happiness.
Something like we're working on it.
For me, it is you.
Next time. Catch them next time. They'll do
Remember,
better.
I love you. I love you. Whoa. Okay.
I want to make you
real happy.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah. Let us take the first flight to
Destination
destination happiness. For me, that is
That's because you forgot because
you.
you were still my father.
Yeah. I had amnesia
Yeah.
and Alzheimer's. Anyways, yeah.
The
sorry.
Amityville
You're
horror.
good.
Yeah.
So this is a nightmare
Dude, fucking
from
Poncho,
Maximus.
huh? Hey. Shout out to LeBron's son. You know, I'm glad you're watching this.
So basically, I was sleeping peacefully until I suddenly had a dream where I was in the kitchen being distracted by Tik Tok when I wanted to make food. While I was scrolling, I saw this cap cut template, so I thought it would be funny to use and save it on my phone. So I did.
A tablet?
Template.
Template?
Template.
Okay, template. Okay.
Anyway,
What kind of template was it again?
cap cut.
Let's run it back, right? I
Oh,
lost it.
CapCut is it's an app to like edit videos.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was like Capcom, what she was trying to say.
No,
Oh, no.
CapCut. I'm
Okay.
familiar with that app. Okay,
All
sorry.
right. Saved it on my phone, so I did, and laughed about it. I didn't post it anywhere. I just saved it on my phone. The first thing I see after scrolled from the template. Sorry. I just saw what I just saw was the exact same template, only this time with the pictures I used for it. I was shocked by this, but brushed it off thinking maybe it was a mistake. Not even a second later, I see a message pop up saying lights out. As soon as I read it, every single light in the house switched off. I was terrified. As soon as I saw the lights switch off, I knew it was over. So I just got on my knees and started crying. At the same time, I could sense something getting closer and closer until it was right in front of me. But my eyes were still closed and I was still crying, and then I woke up.
That's a dream someone had?
Yeah.
So they're in the kitchen, getting on TikTok, get the template app from CapCut. Then they look at their phone and it has like pictures already edited.
No, so they use it and then they
Okay.
save whatever they did.
They did, okay.
They didn't post it, but then they start scrolling and they see what they just posted, or they
That
just
something posted it.
yeah.
And then the lights go out.
They get a message saying the lights out.
The lights out.
So what
Jesus,
was at
that's
the
a
very
lot.
beginning that you said?
What, they were
They're
in the kitchen?
on TikTok.
I feel like there's like another detail. Like at the very beginning, you said
They
something.
were sleeping peacefully.
Sleeping peacefully. And then you said something about midnight or no?
No midnight. That they just started dreaming that they were in the kitchen watching TikTok.
And the lights went out or something like that, right? Something or...
Oh wait, that was after TikTok. They got a message that said lights out, and then all the lights went out.
Yo, this is John Diss. Sitting up in the kitchen up on TikTok, and you wearing them stupid ass flip flops. Everyone is fast asleep and a nice little slumber. And what do I see? The app CapCut on my phone. So I had to get that cut. Downloaded that shit and put it on my pictures. Pictures into videos and videos onto the post, but I didn't post it. Therefore, call the postman.
Oh!
Cause I ain't the mailman.
He crazy.
Shit scared me. Lights out. CapCut. I got my CapCut. That's my head. Knife to the head. Instead, it was a bullet. Boom. Guns. Brat brat.
Oh!
CapCut. Brat brut.
Crazy. You wild.
Eternal slumber. Lights out.
Ooh.
R.I.P. Grim Reaper popped up in my fridge.
He different.
And he said, yo, what's that on your back? Is that a ridge? You got that scoliosis? I'm about to turn you into the oasis of a skull. Bars.
Woo!
John Diss.
Damn, bro.
He's a little rusty.
So
but
John Diss,
John
he
Diss,
explained this beautifully,
thank you.
masterfully.
Yeah.
So you guys run it back if you need to, and he explained it, you know?
Yeah, just hit back on the arrow keys a couple times, maybe about 35 seconds.
Let's see. I think, I don't know, man. This one, I couldn't understand most of the thing. So there's this guy, right? Was it a guy or was Maximus? Yeah, so I would assume
Maximus.
he's a guy. Maximus, he's in the
Oh, I
kitchen.
should've
He's in
used
the
that.
kitchen.
Yeah, okay.
Maximus,
He's
He's
in the
in the-
kitchen,
he's in the-
distracted by TikTok.
you know, he's in the kitchen. What did we talk about? It's Juneteenth, right?
Yeah.
What are we celebrating? Blackness.
people.
Black people. But guess who doesn't like to celebrate black people? China,
Maximus.
People.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, China.
China, and guess what? Who rules China?
The Chinese.
TikTok. Yeah, China rules TikTok, whatever.
They own TikTok, yes.
They own TikTok, right? So this guy is getting filtered Chinese propaganda, you know, and the Chinese propaganda is saying black is bad for you. You know, so they're starting to, they know that it's Juneteenth is coming up.
They say black is the new white.
Black is the new white.
So you
know?
have to hate that.
Terror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maximus terror.
Yeah.
Okay? So this guy, he's cooking, he's scared, he's frightened. His parents aren't there, obviously. He hasn't been educated about, you know, what white people have done to black people in America. You know, the suffrage and stuff like that. Things like that have happened. Right? So he's not educated. So he's on TikTok. He sees this template, right?
Yep.
This template was for Juneteenth. It was going to have Malcolm X. It was going to have Malcolm Brogdon. It was going to have Harriet Tubman. And it was going to have...
Harry Potter.
No, it wasn't going to have him. It was going to have Henry Ford, okay? So it's going to
Soldier
have...
and Truth.
So it's going to have black people on it, basically, is what I'm trying to say, okay? So it's going to have a couple black people on there. And then he saves the template, right? But this guy, Maximus, guess what? He's actually Aryan, right? So he's Aryan. He's in the Aryan Brotherhood. TikTok is infiltrating. Oh, this is Juneteenth, giving him black templates. And guess what? He's not going to post it, but he's looking into black culture for the first time. Oh, this is black people. He's the son of a Grand Wizard, Maximus. Okay, so he's looking into his phone. He can't post that on his social media, because why? His whole family's a bunch of racists. Okay? And then he starts to fall asleep, and he sees that his post of the black people is all over his social media. Right? So he sees social media. Oh, now his whole family, the son of the Grand Wizard, is posting pro-black American things. Thanks to him selling out and watching TikTok. Right? So now he's going to wake up. But no, he doesn't wake up because his father murders him in his sleep for being a traitor and watching Chinese propaganda. Right? So he wasn't mad that he was watching black stuff. He was mad that he was watching Chinese stuff and had a Chinese app on his phone. And he killed him because he was watching TikTok videos, not because he was watching black videos. So he murdered his own son.
Because he was a traitor to the country.
Yep.
That makes sense. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's not that it was because of black people. It's because he's a freaking idiot. You're on TikTok. Your dad's a freaking Grand Wizard. You can't have TikTok on your phone.
Yeah. Ultimate betrayal. That's really good.
That's a good one.
That makes sense.
That was better than Jaundice. That's
I was so scared.
so was I, okay?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say this person had this is like a Thotorottie. Let's say it's a Thotorottie. Thotorottie was always obviously, worried about TikTok, always on TikTok. In the kitchen, obviously not cooking because she don't know how to cook. And then all of a sudden she gets a message from her light company because she hasn't paid it because she's been going out every night. Lights out, bitch.
Dude, that's the best leading candidate for Employee of the Year.
Agent Dallas. Oh, dude, that was so good, man.
That's clearly the right one.
Dude, she didn't have to say so much. She said, this is
she
Thotorottie.
said like 3 sentences.
Of course you're gonna pay her light bills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's freaking out there getting drunk, Oh, man. And she can't put it on PayPal pay for payments,
Yeah.
Her light bill.
Can I rent a center it? No, you can't rent a center of light.
Lights out, bitch.
Get a candle and read the Bible, lady.
Could you imagine? You're a Thotorottie and you just hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? You're 32. You're a single mom. And the guy that left you? He left you, You're lonely. You're divorced. And I'm afraid. And I'm lonely.
Left you. It took the light bills with you.
Okay. Your kids just turned 18, but they still live in your house. So no child support payments anymore. And your Thotorottie, and now you can't pay your bills, and now it's like, you've been spending all your bills wilding with your baby daddy checks, and then you get the disconnect notice, and all you got is the Bible. What would you do, Hoss?
If I was the Thotorottie,
yeah.
I'd turn to God,
Yeah. Marry a bishop, what I mean?
I'd stop dating dogs and, have a relationship with
flip a
God.
couple words, what I mean?
Flip a couple letters around, rearrange them. God
is my dog, you know what I mean? Gang, gang.
Unless we forget.
Una vez más.
You don't want to do the whole
Oh.
Where are we? I mean, do you want to?
I don't care.
I don't care either.
You want to do maybe a quick motivation or something like that, Hoss?
Pay your light bills.
That's a good one. You want to do motivation?
You want to do motivation? We haven't said something motivational, have we?
Not in a while.
Maybe, Alex, can you look up what do people struggle with the most? And then we'll do one of each. You know what I mean? No, look up 3 things that people struggle with.
No, type top. Well, never mind. That's
top
too specific.
struggles.
I was gonna say top 3 complaints on Twitter or something like that.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
I know. Never mind.
Or maybe should we empower black people? You think so? What are black complaints? You think so? Maybe something like that? Or?
Black complaints?
Yeah. Black people complaints.
Complaints about black people or black people complaining? There's 2 different things.
people that black people need encouragement for, or maybe white people, or what do you think we should do, or maybe just general people,
So what am I looking at?
People. What were we looking at, Hoss?
Common complaints people have. Just type that and see what comes up.
Yeah. Common
Why
motivation
you like
advice.
sexual harassment? Which I have some advice actually.
Head up Hoss for his pudding. You know what I mean?
Pudding pops.
People complain about the rise in prices of commodities or products every other day, irrespective of the status. So they just complain about prices.
What else?
The weather.
Okay.
Professionals who don't act professionally.
Okay, so we just need 3, right?
Yeah. We just gonna pick one of them?
Okay, so you want to do the products?
Yeah, like the commodities and
You
like,
want to do
stuff.
that?
Yeah.
Commodities. And what was one of the other ones?
The weather.
Okay, I can do the weather.
Okay, and then you do the professionals' complaints.
Okay.
Professionals.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Okay, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
This is motivation.
Yeah, this is motivation so they don't complain anymore.
Guys and girls and gals and thous and all those in between. A lot of you complain about the prices of things and commodities raising instead of just working hard yourself to make things simpler for you and yourself. You spend so much time looking through these astrology apps and motivational videos to motivate yourself to end up watching more motivation. The only motivation that you're getting is to seek more motivation. So turn off your phones because frankly, you can't afford it. Learn to balance a checkbook by simple math. We've done math throughout this show before. You couldn't even keep up. You don't even know how to write.
They don't know QuickBooks.
Go back to school because frankly, you never paid attention because you're privileged and you thought that USA is so racist. It's the most racist country in the world that I don't have to pay attention in school. And now you're ignorant. Just looking at motivational videos. And what have you done with your life? Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. And you want other people to do better because you suck at life? Look in the mirror and break it because you're probably pretty hideous. If you're only looking at motivational videos, you're an ugly human on the outside and on the inside. Yeah. So do yourself a favor. Don't look for motivational videos. Just work harder. That's it.
Oh, come on. Huh?
Lazy fucks.
And what was mine, Alice?
The weather.
Okay. People, Oh, the weather. Oh, I can't go out to the swimming pool with the girls or the guys. I can't go out to the beach. We can't have boat days. Okay? Thotorottie activities for men and females is at an all-time high. Thotos and Thotianos are out there. Guess what? The Lord is getting tired of watching his creations running around rampage and acting like wild animals, okay? The Lord said the weather's going to be crappy so you guys can stay inside and stop dressing like skanks or skankos and, and doing thing in your stank holes, okay? The Lord is tired of you guys, I'm going to, do the duck lips on top of a yacht, okay? He's going to flood the ocean, okay? He's going to kill you if you go out there and the tides are high.
Oh my gosh.
The weather is meant for you to stay inside right now, okay? So what if you're me and you got a $200 umbrella last year, you forgot to turn it down, and the Lord said, let there be wind, and he breaks your umbrella into 8 pieces. Because guess what? The Lord doesn't want me to shield myself from the presence of him. I was putting an umbrella above God. When now he crumbled that umbrella. He threw it to the ground where it belongs with the devil. And now I look up and instead of the umbrella, I see the Lord. I see the power of Christ. I am closer to God. I feel the power of the shepherd and he is leading me to a better place because rougher weather makes for brighter days.
Woo!
Damn, it's really good. I'm looking forward to whatever the weather brings tomorrow.
It's going to be worse, so you can be stronger, huh?
The next day. Bring on global warming.
global warming wouldn't stand a fucking chance. The champ is here. Okay? Do you think global warming, Father? There is a warming that is global, Father, that we must fight. People are talking about global warming, but they do not know the power of the global king, the majesty of magic, the creator of the seas, the bestower of power amongst the peasants, the mortals, and the immortals of the power earth. Global warming! I let you know you cannot stand a chance against the king. And now the king will tell you how he will destroy global warming because the presidents can't do a damn thing about it, and we're sick and tired of your solutions.
Energy Solutions Arena is my kingdom. They say that all legends stem from some form of truth, and that legends become myths. But that is exactly what global warming is, a myth not rooted in truth, because the trees are still here, and that is rooted into the ground. So I shall take my kingdom and my power to withstand global warming. Because we warm the kingdom, the hearts of the peasants, the hearts of the subject, the hearts of the royal people, and the hearts of all other forgotten royal people in the kingdom. You stand no chance, global warming, because what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Oh. The king shall reign supreme.
Okay? Bring the fucking heat, okay? We're challenging global warming 101 against King fucking Hose, okay?
I've got the Ice Age and the Ice Age. What do you bring, global warming? 90-degree weather. I'm Puerto Rican. That means nothing to me.
Nothing but a mere tan, a foolish tan on his knuckle would do no damage to the king. Now finish off whatever you got to say, Alan.
Oh. I don't know. After that, I don't think I could go after the king.
You're the queen, you know.
Professional complaints.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, professionals who don't act professionally. You know what, people out there in the world, people are going to do stupid things. And even if they're in a professional area, I mean, look at our presidents. President can't even walk on the stage without fucking tripping on himself. Let's go.
And still leading candidate for Employee of the Year, Alice.
Alice, okay? Unless we forget.
Una vez más, y
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Fuck off.